Welcome, everybody, to day 4 of ProBots here in Season 2 of 2021. Thank you for joining us on ESChamp. We have an exciting day of games coming up. We have 8 bots in the upper bracket. That's right, we're heading back to the top. We're going to these some of the strongest bots in our tournament this season, in my opinion. But we've got a great lineup today. We're going to knock a few bots down into the lower bracket. We've got updates as well that have been submitted for most of these bots. We'll go more into that after we start the show. Speaking of which, production, why haven't you started yet? Let's go ahead and kick things off. It's time for ProBots. Hey, we're back. Well, I'm back. Dave's here. He's back too after a little hiatus. Feeling good, ready for some ProBots action, I'm sure.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I had a computer virus, but I'm okay.
It's better now. Yeah, we downloaded all the appropriate firmware and antivirus and got them all cleaned up there.
Seems good. Yeah.
Good. Well, have you seen our lineup for today? We have some exciting matches. I think it looks pretty good too.
Looks very strong indeed. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, before we take a look at our bracket, let's make sure you all check out everything below us. Thanks for tuning in to ESChamp. We've got a lot of fun stuff there on our forum. You can stay up to date with what is going on. If you join the Crown Club, we're about to do a community game night, hopefully in the next week or so. But check out the Discord and the forum again for all the information on that. Hopefully we'll see you there. We also do post bots. You will get access to that as a Crown Club member. And we get bot authors joining us and, talking about their bots and a lot of fun stuff. So hopefully you can check that out. And if you enjoy ProBots, you'll definitely enjoy that. But let's go ahead and take a look at our bracket for tonight. We have, again, 8 of, in my opinion, some of our strongest bots. Obviously, Tier, last season's winner, first place versus SharpenedEdge will be our first game. SharpenedEdge doing pretty well. Yeah, haven't seen him in a couple seasons now. So
yeah, he's always been like a perennial strong one, but never quite the overall strongest. But really good showing in the first week against Veteran, and Tier looking pretty good. This will be a nice matchup.
Indeed. So will our next one, Jensiiibot versus Eris. This one I'm very excited for because we still have not even seen Jensiiibot play this season, and we're already on week 4. So I'm very excited to see Jensiiibot go up against Eris, who everyone is raving about right now. Eris apparently he's one of our newest bots, obviously in our term, but he is just shooting up the ladder on AIarena.net. By the way, everybody, make sure you check that out. I'll tell you more about that later. AIarena.net, that's where all these bots have come from. But yeah, Eris is looking very, very strong. A lot of updates, so a very active bot author. So this should be a very exciting matchup. I'm curious to see if Eris can go toe-to-toe with such a veteran as Jensiiibot.
Indeed, yeah. I think that'll be a pretty good one. Pretty good one overall.
Yeah, SharpenedEdge did win a season. That's right.
Yeah.
It was
so we're going to have...
Yeah.
So Tier's 1-2 and SharpenedEdge is 1-1, right? So that'll be the battle of champions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, this next one. MicroMachine versus Sharkbot. Sharkbot, another very strong up-and-comer. We had Sharknice on PostBots last week. So if you're a Crown Club member, again, you get access to that, and you saw the interview, hopefully, or not the interview, just we have him on as a guest, and we talk about their games, and we talk a lot about his bot and its origins. One of our more interesting bot origins, in my opinion, coming as a chat bot.
Yes, very strange origin. A lot of reprogramming had to be done.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And then down at the bottom, our final game of the night will be Ketroc versus Strelok. That is going to be one hell of a TVT. And we did have a lot of bot updates this week as well. We'll go through a couple of them. Did not. We'll talk about that as we go through each game. I do believe Tier and Eris both received updates for our first match. So let's go ahead and talk about that, I suppose.
Let's do it, indeed.
Let's do it. I am excited to see Tier, the powerhouse, one of our cheesiest bots. go up against SharpenedEdge here.
I prefer to say adaptable.
Adaptable. That's a good way to
The
put
most adaptable bot. He can alter reality to whatever he wants.
Is adapted himself into a 0% crash rate. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It is, like, given the number of builds he's got too, that's actually quite good.
Yeah, that's very. Not the highest ELO, but definitely up there. I was just looking actually at the ladder. MicroMachine still on the top. He's at like 2,200 or 2,300 or something, maybe even 24. I can't remember anymore. I don't even know how it all works in the end. All I know is that his number is a lot higher than most bots. But,
yes.
Tier, of course, in C#, one of our few bots in C#.
Yes.
And then SharpenedEdge will be in Python. So, yeah, quite a lot of languages this season.
Look at that edge.
As well. Ooh, so sharp.
Look at that.
You could say it's been sharpened.
Exactly. So, yeah, he's trying to reclaim his crown and become another two-time winner. We've got, what, two-time winners?
Yeah.
Only, and then
looking at that, SharpenedEdge looks like he might have a little bit of an edge on Tier. We haven't really seen a lot of PvP out of Tier. We see Tier kill a lot of Terrans, a lot of Zergs, but not a lot of PvP. I remember Tier playing in the past, because we've had a lot of Terrans in the past 2-3 seasons or so.
So it looks like SharpenedEdge has added some of the speed mining.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm telling you. It's going to become commonplace. Everyone is going to need that.
I think everyone's going to get it.
Yeah. Ketroc was saying, I think it was during post spots last week, it's not a huge difference, but it can make a big difference early game. One extra unit can make all the difference. And that is what, there's a little extra money.
Yeah, particularly in like a mirror matchup sort of situation. Like, obviously.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, like a PvP in particular. Yeah.
We'll see. He has it enabled for the first 10 minutes. So we'll see if that's enough of an early game advantage to maybe get a one on Tier. Tier did get some updates as well. Some PvP updates specifically by the looks of it. Has got shield battery blocking versus adepts, improved macro, can dodge disruptors, just a lot of cannon rush defense. Holy jeez, so many little updates here.
Yeah.
Product defense, macro, yeah. So just a lot of little tweaks and things to make Tier that much
plugging
stronger.
holes.
Yeah.
Some of them are severe understatements, like improved macro. That's probably bigger than you'd think.
Well, he already does, phenomenal macro. Nice 2-base timing that we've seen win a lot of games. But anyway, it's going to start very soon. We're going to find out in this PvP, this best of 3. Thank you once again for tuning into ESChamp. This is day 4. We are halfway through our season already. Well, halfway through the show today. We'll be exactly halfway through. But let's sit back, let's relax, and let's enjoy this PvP. SharpenedEdge versus Tier on ESChamp. Let's go. Tier.
Game feeds.
SharpenedEdge. Okay. Yes, do not touch sharp things.
No, don't do it.
Always do it. The poll is up. If you didn't vote already, I forgot to mention right before the match, we do have the poll in place. 9 people have voted so far. Tier slightly favored.
It's pretty and customized now. No more exclamation points for us.
Direct tested this last week for the first time, and it is way better, way easier to vote now. So
cool.
Yeah.
Way easier to vote. Yes, we're going to leave this new, easier voting system up until Republicans object.
So as soon as they hear about it. Anyway, we are here on 2000 Atmospheres. We're going to try not to get too political here. I'm more concerned about the affairs of the Protoss in this day and age here. SharpenedEdge up in the top right here. Tier. What cheese is going to do here? I'm surprised he hasn't done like a ProBots or something to test. Usually he does a pretty straightforward game 1 to test the waters.
I think that's usually the case too. He kind of sees what's going on and then makes a call from there. And yeah, he's going for a normal kind of build, wall off. Both of these guys playing pretty normal right now, and both getting a bit, particularly SharpenedEdge, getting some scouting information and being chased around Tier's base.
Yeah. All right. So it might have a slow actual macro game out of Tier here. And yeah, SharpenedEdge, Infi with the knowledge. Thank you. SharpenedEdge did win ProBots 2019 season 2. Yes. So it's been a couple of years, 2 years to be exact. Maybe it's time for SharpenedEdge to take a title. Have another Protoss victory.
It would be a good one.
Yeah.
Different Protosses winning. Which race has won the most? I'm not sure which race has won the most.
MicroMachine's won 2, so that's 2 Terrans. Yeah. Tier's won 2, so that's 2 Protoss.
Yeah.
SharpenedEdge has won 1, so that's another Protoss. Oh, geez. Yeah. Ketroc won, so that's okay. So we're tied again.
Yeah.
And then Spiny has won.
Spiny's won 1. H-Jack's won 1.
So 2 Zerg.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to go look at a list. That's pretty even though by just the quick math they've done. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like they've spent a lot of time balancing the game or something.
Yeah.
All right, well, here we go. 2 Adepts coming in. See if Tier can deal with it. Tier did have the block, the shield battery block to deal with Adepts. So we'll see if these 2 try to get into the main. There goes the shade. Nope, they're just gonna, I guess he's already blocked. Is the wall already?
Is it already up? Yeah, that was kind of weird. They came and there's the block. Yeah, they came and looped exactly on their own position, and I think they're now confused.
Interesting. Oh, they're very confused as to why their shade didn't put them in the main, and now they're just gonna die. Yeah, they were not ready to deal with 2 stalkers, and Tier cleans it up oh so nicely.
Well,
I don't think he lost anything there. No probes, nothing. No. Nice transfer, good timing. RoboBase churning out Immortals. Yeah, I think as we get into this later game here, it's already looking a lot more in favor for Tier. He's got a second base really nice and saturated. Immortals already on the way out. So SharpenedEdge has a little bit of catch up to do with that failed Adept attack. It's not, actually, worker counts even. Yeah, he's fine. SharpenedEdge is fine. I don't know what I'm saying. So.
Yeah, they're going to regroup, kind of build up again, see what's going on.
Yeah, that wall is nice. I don't think we see many bots can deal with walling off Adepts yet. I think that's the first time.
Yeah, because you have to actually time it out based on what you see, and there is a little bit of a cost to it that, of course, you wall yourself in, and so someone could exploit it to make you wall yourself in. I wonder if you could show one Adept, force them to wall themselves in, and then come in with 2 Immortals.
Well, maybe. Well, but Tier has it to cancel. Yeah. It was just a temporary.
Okay,
so. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is a situation where he keeps the wall up, but the Adepts were in range the whole time, and it still cancels. I think it was just meant as a temporary wall until he can get Stalkers there or something to deal with it, which he had just in time.
So SharpenedEdge looks like he's moving out here. Tier has taken a 3rd base. Both of them on even workers. I think SharpenedEdge cut some workers early on to get the Adept attack, but here he's coming across. We'll see if Tier's got the army in place. They're pretty similar in value, and the Immortals here at the top are going to do really well.
Ooh, SharpenedEdge not engaging perfectly. He was going for a concave, but took a lot of shots in the process. Does end up getting a really nice concave, but the Immortals are just so strong. Actually, might get one. Nope. Oh, so close.
Yeah, really good pullbacks there.
Oh, he did. Does
take it out.
Yeah. Nice. I thought that Immortal would live.
Could have definitely kept it alive, but either way, clearing that up pretty efficiently, ending up with a supply lead instead of a deficit after this. And that was a pretty big investment by SharpenedEdge.
Yeah. Well, at least he got one Immortal out of it. If he had gotten no Immortals, it definitely would have just been
way tougher.
A loss, but he is still down a little bit. 3rd base is on the way for both bots. Actually, Tier, again, just a little bit ahead. Already has his 3rd finished up. So Tier just a little faster, a little bit quicker with the Immortals. So he should be able to keep that Immortal count higher as long as they both keep producing. What are they using their Chrono Boosts on? Are they using it on the Robos?
I think they were. I think I saw one on the Robo on Tier's side. And yeah, not sure what. Yeah, there's one on
there's
tier
one.
side.
Okay, so tier's using there. Just curious. All right, third base is established. SharpenedEdge staying in this, has Blink on the way as well, but Tier is also getting a Twilight Council, so we might see Blink of Tier. Tier might get Blink as well. +1 on the way soon, I imagine, as well, with that Forge about to finish up.
The Sentry use is interesting.
Don't do
Yeah, is he going to come up here? It looks like he's drawn the Force down from this one stalker on the low ground. 2 of them there now.
Oh.
They'll just kind of get taken out. I don't know if they were intended to be with the rest of the army or what went on there.
Yeah, it was a good call to pull back.
Yeah, I think they almost saved him, because if he was just sitting at the top of the ramp, he would have potentially just lost that whole army.
Oh, definitely. What were you saying? The Sentry? Sentry?
Just that it's interesting he's making sentries in reasonable numbers, because you usually, like, they're something that we don't see a lot in ProBots used very well. Because, like, sometimes you'll use the shield, but like force fields and stuff like that are not particularly used, and you usually only need 1 to do like the hallucinations. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting. He's made like 2 in the first attacking force, and now he's got 3 more. So it's something he's definitely putting resources into.
I think it's smart. He is using the hallucination. Force Scout, we see a Phoenix going across. On this map, if he could get a good force, there's a lot of little chokes kind of in the middle. If he, like right there at the ramp with the rocks, if he could force field a couple of those Immortals off, or even just like a chunk of stock, that would be so good for SharpenedEdge. Because he does have enough sentries for it. Tier just has the 1 sentry, which is pretty much out of energy, so it's not really going to do much. I don't think it'll even have a Guardian Shield by the time this battle happens, which is going to happen soon if Tier, looks like Tier wants to fight.
Oh, free sentry up front.
A couple free stalkers, too.
Yeah.
Not a bad start for SharpenedEdge. He was down in army supply, but this is about as good as you could hope for. Actually, a really good concave. Tier kind of getting clumped up at the bottom-ish of the ramp. What is it? Or is that even a ramp? Yeah, it's a ramp.
It is a ramp, but that was kind of awkward coming in there. And then
there's the ramp.
Weirdly, a group of like 5 sentries drew the attack of all the zealots.
Huh.
And he had to pull back here.
Wow, SharpenedEdge actually takes a nice fight and kind of flips things around. It's pretty much dead even now. Tier does have a lot of upgrades on the way. +1 is about to finish up. That's going to be huge with the amount of mortals he has. 5 Immortals with +1 versus just the 3. 1 is about to go down. 1 dies for SharpenedEdge. But again, a decent concave.
This one looks like it's in Tier's favor here, though, as he's got the Immortal clumped up. Yeah, 1 Immortal dies. The other one is getting really low. Will it be taken out?
Oh, some decent...
The reinforcements here are going to help. But... okay, yeah, and then reinforcements on Tier side. 2 Immortals coming in. Oh, why is he... Okay, I guess he's like, that's enough.
That was a lot closer than I thought it would be about halfway through, but now Tier's just dominating.
I think when he... a few more reinforcements came in that kind of split the fire, but pretty good. And makes up for Tier's losses earlier, and he's now about double the army supply.
Yeah, he is looking strong.
He's also got the upgrade advantage for the next 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, and that's pretty big. Charge will actually be done first for SharpenedEdge, but only for a brief amount of time. But that +1 could really come in handy here, actually, for SharpenedEdge if he has enough time to get it out. But Tier's not going to give him enough time. A lot of probes going down, and this base might go down as well. Let's see if SharpenedEdge can get another good concave or good engagement. Just a Guardian Shield. And there's a couple Zealots charging in. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to be enough to hold?
I think now that the Zealots are gone, I think that is it. They came in kind of late. A lot of the front line was already dead. And, nice Prism Micro here, but it's not going to be enough to save them.
Oh, yeah. The Immortals just get gunned down instantly as they drop out of that Warp Prism.
I think it's a little counterintuitive in the bot control that bots often want the Immortals to be right up front. Whereas I think a human player wouldn't do that, but I think for bots, it just front loads the damage so much because bots don't actually attack the fight well. They kind of string in. So having all your Immortals up front kills 2 or 3 units before the army really engages.
Yeah.
And then they pull back so well that you're fine.
I could agree with
looks
that.
Looks like he's overrunning here now, obviously.
Oh yeah, this is this is done. Game 1 will go to tier here. But SharpenedEdge, he brought it back a little bit, took a couple really decent engagements, and I think with just, I don't know, a little bit better control, or maybe just even a little better luck, maybe if he can get those adepts in, maybe tier doesn't quite get the wall up just in time or something. Yeah. It could definitely go in SharpenedEdge's favor, but game 1 will go to tier. Some good fights, though. This is looking pretty close.
Really good fights. And I think this is another one that, like, if you showed that to a lot of people without telling them it's bots, I don't think they would know. That's like one of the most.
Once you get to the stalker micro with the big stalker ball, kind of
a little bit for the spread, but even that you could kind of do. Like a good high APM person could kind of create a little bit of a concave like that. There's only a few telling things. But like in terms of composition and strategy and decisions and stuff, it looked very human-like.
Yeah, for sure. I liked it. I love the Sentry addition into that build. Yeah. I thought it was really nice. I definitely wish we would start seeing more force fields. That is one thing we don't, and I understand it's very hard because, where do you put the force field to make it actually useful? Because, one force field in the middle of somewhere, not even completing a wall, isn't going to do a whole lot. Or if you do a force field on the ramp and you can't get up all of a sudden, then it works against
that's it. Yeah, you can really end up screwing yourself with it if you're not using them right. Yeah, it's tough to do.
Tricky thing, I would imagine, to go. If I ever make a bot, that's going to be what I do with sentries. Yeah, it's just all sentry. It's my favorite best unit.
You could at least do the illusion, which you saw there a little bit, but the illusion archon, and you could do kind of an illusion archon wall.
Yeah, and they can absorb a good amount of damage too.
Yeah, and that might be more to your benefit because one of two things will happen. Either they've got detection and they'll try and ignore the archons, but now they're in the way, or they don't have detection and they'll attack the archons.
Yeah.
So again, they won't be able to really adapt to them very well, no matter what.
Well, let's see if SharpenedEdge can adapt or if tier will move on in the upper bracket. Game number 2 is ready. Let's go. Tier.
Game feeds.
SharpenedEdge.
So SharpenedEdge recommends that children 5 years and above should play with knives. That's the way I read that. That's the way I read that.
I'm going to let my kids play with knives at a young age. How else are they going to learn how to prep food properly? I got to teach them their culinary skills young.
Exactly. Teach them call you chef.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Might do that. What was I going to say? I just noticed on the it's gone now. But we had our matches for today. I've never noticed that before, where the names scroll, all our Crown Club members. It also shows today's matches and their results. It's like a real sports network up in here.
It does. We're getting incrementally. We're adding little things.
Yeah.
Incrementally.
Next season we'll have that betting bracket, and then we'll be totally legit.
Then we'll be cool.
I think it'll be cool.
Yeah.
Well, here we are on Oxide. Thank you all for joining us. If you're just tuning in, this is only game 2. We just started. This is our first series of the night. Thank you all for being here. Nice little crowd so far. Yeah. And this is halfway through the season.
It is. It is halfway through.
It is.
We're awesome. We're on the round of 8 in the uppers. Very intense. Very cool stuff.
Uppers are intense.
They are.
With that.
They are.
See there. It says the tier 0 SharpenedEdge. So that's one of our.
It's wrong though.
It's wrong.
Though, see, you're praising it and it's wrong.
See, we're not quite there.
Who's getting fired, Drek? Who's getting fired?
See, he thought nobody would notice.
You take a bit to update, Drek.
Got to
You take
download
it
some
right
new
after.
firmware for Drek.
Yeah.
All right. What is going to happen here? Tyr playing just another standard game. You know, that his build last game worked out. He's got his Robo coming down. Looks like he's going to throw down that Nexus in about 3, 2, 1. Ooh, there it is. Boom.
Shaka-laka.
But this time, SharpenedEdge actually has the Robo Bay. Or the
Yes, indeed.
Robo Facility, I'm sorry. First. So
Yeah.
will he have the immortal
earlier.
advantage this game?
He very well may. Very well may. He could go on the offense first here. We don't have the we don't have the adept opening that we did the first time. And so could easily try and poke up. He'd be going up a ramp though, which is a little harder, but works.
Well, and you got to keep in mind as well, SharpenedEdge for the first 10 minutes is doing his speed mining. So if he sticks to a one base aggressive build and Tyr is getting that Nexus, you know, he could very easily have 5, 6 extra units that Tyr just won't be ready for.
Yeah, you can see the speed mining there. As we're zooming in on it, you can see that they're cutting down their acceleration or deceleration by clicking close to the Nexus, which is very key. The thing I'd like to see, though, if he was, in fact, looking to attack, is some sort of proxy on the other side of the map, though, so that he can actually continue with it.
Yeah, that would definitely be good. That would be helpful. Well, the Warp Prism will provide that technically.
Help. Yeah.
As long as you can get that up and keep it safe from the stalkers.
He needs to be moving now, then.
It's like the speed mining. What's the thing on cart where they block your speed? Like you can't go above a certain speed or something?
The resistor plates?
Yeah, so it's like they've finally figured out how to deactivate those. And now probes can mine at their full potential.
Restrictor plate.
Restrictor plate, yeah.
Not resistor.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds right. And here we go. SharpenedEdge on the move with pretty big army supply advantage. 12 army supply with 2 immortals out. Another immortal is in production and will eventually be able to help back this up. Ooh, with 2 shield batteries.
Shield batteries, and this positioning is, I think, pretty good. This positioning is good, but I don't know for a bot if it's going to work right or whether it's going to hinder him.
Well, if you can get an overcharge off as well, I think this is more than enough. 2 full energy shield batteries can really make up for a lack of army supply. And having the high ground position as well is huge. The Warp Prism Micro is starting off nicely, though.
Yeah, and there is the overcharge. The immortal actually falls there, despite that overcharge going on.
I guess it was on a stalker or something, the overcharge. Yeah.
Wow. He's now getting... Yeah, good micro back by the Warp Prisms. If he keeps these alive, then this is not too bad, but he will try and get out. Yeah, okay, he's turning back here.
Well, you say that, but he's still on one base. Ooh, ow.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. If he didn't lose those 4 stalkers, then it wasn't too bad. He gets the 2 immortals, though, but at the cost of those 4, and that's not good.
I think you jinxed him. That's your fault.
Maybe I did.
Well, yeah, he's got 3 immortals out still, but ouch, that is a huge investment, huge loss again on one base as well. So now Tyr is just going to start skyrocketing ahead. He's got more immortals coming out, and he'll be able to get plenty of support. 4 immortals out now, though. We saw last game, Tyr just had more immortals, and they kind of just snowball after a certain point. You just almost can't kill them. So I believe still, if SharpenedEdge can just get enough immortals out, just 1 for Tyr, a second on the way. Maybe SharpenedEdge can catch him out on the map, right?
Yeah, if he catches him in an open position, then that's good. The only thing that really kept him going there were the batteries, and the fact that he was at the top of a ramp, obviously.
Yeah, if they weren't fighting there, I think that fight would have gone to SharpenedEdge with that Prism Micro, with just his composition. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ooh, a third base for Tyr.
Yeah, Tyr just keeps going. And really, the clock is on SharpenedEdge here. I don't know if Tyr is... I mean, he is aware because of all the scouting he's doing, and given that his opponent's on one base, the impetus is on him to do something. There's no reason that Tyr should do anything. Just sit there.
Yeah. Well, here we go. SharpenedEdge is doing something. Moving across the map for what could be. I think this is going to be the final attack. Either this works or it doesn't, and Tyr's going to be on 3 bases with just a lot more. So
interesting here. He's got like 6 stalkers that are completely out of position. So he's
they came for the Phoenix.
Yeah, he has the army advantage, but it's actually not all there.
Well, he is actually going to take kind of a decent spot here at the top of the ramp. Now he is going to need to pull back. Again, good Warp Prism micro saves all that. Oh, he needs to get the Warp Prism out of there, though. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. This Adept, I think, is... I don't know if he's going to his death there.
Probably.
So, yeah, good pull. Yeah, okay.
Look at that.
Gets in.
Gets 2 probes.
Will be taken out, but yeah, decent.
Ire.
Decent little pickup. But look at the worker count. We're 47 to 23. It looks like SharpenedEdge is going to transition to a second base now, but he's just so far behind at this point. It was a good decision to pull back, obviously, but he really had run out of time to do that. That one had to work.
Yeah, well, Army supply is still very even. If SharpenedEdge can just somehow take a miraculous engagement, and maybe I wish we had more Immortals coming out. He's just been on 4 for so long. I guess prioritizing Stalker production, but if we could just get that Immortal Death Ball, I definitely still believe. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, my chat froze there. Okay, there we go. Oh,
yeah, so he's gonna try and get that base. It's almost the position of his army. Is he thinking of taking a third to try and catch up, or is that just kind of where he is? I'm not sure.
I don't know. It is positioned to be like, I'm going to take a third now.
Yeah, that's usually what you would do. It could be just an attempt to like flank if his opponent comes back in, but he'll move out now.
Well, Tyr does kind of like you were talking about the straight line attack here, single file. We'll see if it's actually 2 single file lines.
Yeah, he's got to make sure that this groups up. If they don't group up very well, then this is potentially a problem.
Well, that's a good start here for SharpenedEdge. He's going to get a bunch of Stalkers with the Immortal Firepower. Again, 4 Immortals, another Scoffat. And actually, if he can take 2 Immortals at a time...
there's a force field. Was that Tyr's
that was a good force field.
That was a really good force field.
I don't know whose it was.
And I don't even know who put it there.
Well, actually, it'd be bad if it was SharpenedEdge's.
Yeah.
But it would be good if it was Tyr's.
He's going to hold here, but basically has reset it. Maybe the reinforcements will help him. It's really just the Immortals here. He's able to get them.
Yeah, it's too much. Yeah. Tyr will take game number 2. The Immortals stand for Tyr and not for SharpenedEdge. Yeah, I'm very curious whose force field that was, because it did actually cut SharpenedEdge a bit in half. It was starting off to be a decent attack. SharpenedEdge could have maybe gotten 2 of those Immortals, but then he got separated in half himself, and it was just too much for 1 Warp Prism to handle.
Yeah, is he gonna hit? There's no reinforcements coming, so I don't know. He'll take the space. He's dead, but it might take a little while. It looks like he's not building anything though. He's out of money and everything.
A couple probes here there, but that is gonna be it. Tyr will take the win, 2-0. And SharpenedEdge will get knocked down. I believe we already know. Yeah, SharpenedEdge will be going up against additional pylons. Mm-hmm. So another PvP is in SharpenedEdge's future.
Yeah, indeed it is. Indeed it is. So yeah, Tyr looking quite strong. And I mean, those were like very even footing type games that like they're both had similar composition. Well, almost identical compositions, except for a sentry here or there. And yeah, Tyr winning both of those pretty convincingly, not overwhelmingly, but like convincingly, stably.
Yeah. So I actually learned something interesting. I forgot about it until I was just reading SharpenedEdge's updates here. He fixed Zealots only hitting with 1 blade. It's a frame thing. So I get the Zealot attack 1 blade attacks, on 1 frame or action or whatever, and then the other one is the same with Reaper guns, the pew pew, anything with the 2 shots essentially. Attacks on, and I didn't realize that was an issue for the bots until just like last week I was reading them talking about it.
Is it that they're trying to micro, that they let the attack go and then micro away?
Exactly. Yeah, they do like attack and then pull back. Yeah. But you do, again, if you don't do both attacks, you're wasting half your damage. Mm-hmm. Some of the units have very complex interactions with each other like that. It's what a crazy game. This game is awesome. Indeed. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting.
It is cool.
Good.
It is cool stuff.
All right. Well, SharpenedEdge, a good show. I think should have another good fight against additional pylons. Additional pylons is looking pretty good though. We thought, I don't know how much you saw last week. We all thought additional pylons would go down to the void again. You know,
Yeah.
he was facing pretty much the exact same build 2
Yeah.
weeks in a row. But
Yeah, I
he
did
survived,
watch,
man.
and yeah, exactly. I thought it would be possibly the same, but minor differences can make all the difference. Like minor
for sure.
changes in the build will lead to completely different results.
Yep. All right. Well, we've got more results to determine. We've got our next matchup coming up, ladies and gents. We've got a 3v or a best of 3 between Jensiiibot and Eris. Jensi is our returning Terran player. Jensi has been in 4 or 5 or 6, like a lot of seasons in a row now. Jensi, oh, and every season, Jensi really does start to look stronger and stronger. So this is going to be a good matchup for Eris, one of our, again, new bots with a ton of updates. Very active bot author. So I'm going to be very interested to see how this one pans out.
Yeah. Yeah, this one should be pretty micro heavy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so should be
Yeah,
cool.
Jensi has great army control, great micro. Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of Eris. We saw him beat Spud 2-1 in week 1. But yeah, this should be a good one. Do we have Eris stats? There it is. Oh, look at that kitty.
Both of them with a 69-point-something% win rate.
Nice.
And, yeah.
That's a nice win rate, Ender Source.
It is very nice. It is very
nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know really who to... Well, we don't know, I think, enough about Eris yet to really know what it's going to do. Jensi's really plugged a lot of the original holes it had, and it's kind of really a strong, well-rounded player overall. So,
well, and we do know a little bit. Eris began as a rewrite of Spiny, which was one of our season champs a year or so back, but then became a new bot in her own right, and she is still a work in progress, but has goals of becoming the ultimate late-game Zerg. That is what we really do lack in ProBots a lot of the time. We've had quite a couple good examples, but not a lot of late game Zerg.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're gonna shout out a Crown Club member because we love you guys. If you don't know what the Crown Club is, you're missing out. You get access to PostBots, our extra show that we do just for you guys. You get free artwork each season. You can get tickets to our live shows if we ever start doing those again. Stuff like that. Check it out. Links are in the description below. But let's go ahead and do a shout out because our Crown Club members are awesome. And then we'll dive into this best.
Hey, Marco.
All right. Marco.
Paulo.
I don't know. He probably gets that joke a lot.
He does, because I say it every time I see him.
Every time he gets a shout out. Thank you, Marco. We do appreciate the support so much, and we appreciate all our Crown Club members. And yeah, we'll be doing our community game night hopefully soon. So again, check that out. Check out the Discord. Some kind of trivia. Some kind of like bar night trivia will be the theme that we're going for. So if you like bar nights and trivia, check out our Crown Club. All right. We are ready, I think, for our best of 3, our next TVZ. I am so excited. We haven't had a good TVZ since last week, I think. we've got 2 Zergs. We did get one of our Zergs knocked out last week here, but let's hop in and see what happens to Eris and Jensiiibot. Let's go. No, that was my AC. It's hot. Jensiiibot.
Team Eris's.
Eris. Get your votes in, everybody. Get your votes in. We got 15 votes this time. Eris, pretty heavily favored here with about 2/3 of the votes.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised it's that decisive. This is probably one of the ones that I think out of the night, this is the one that I'm least certain about. But we'll see. I clicked Jensiiibot, but I don't believe myself.
You got to believe in yourself.
I don't really know.
Sword, come on. Well, we do have some. Jensiiibot did get some TVZ updates specifically. So tweak some reactions to early aggression, tweak some scouting for a Reaper rush that he does, even some TVP updates there. Reaper control. So yeah, we might actually see some really nice Reaper play here out of Jensiiibot on Lightshade. I think that could be a great way to get a one-up on Eris. Now, I guess we should just start talking about Eris. We know a lot about Jensiiibot. Jensiiibot's been a crowd favorite for quite some time and has always done a good job. But Eris is brand new.
Yep.
We don't know a whole lot about Eris.
No.
But we do know Eris wants to get to the late game.
That seems to be the long-term goal. And it kind of should be. Like, if you think about the way that late-game Zerg works, it should be really annoying to bots. Like broodlords, swarm hosts, infestors should confuse the ever-loving crap out of other bots, but it's hard to get there. We saw, it was Spiny that did a really good late game into broodlord against someone 2 seasons ago. I want to say
with infestors too, right? Weren't there infestors involved?
Yeah, infestor broodlord. They knew that the opponent was very passive and just went to a 13-minute like broodlord wipeout. But I think it's hard to set out your strategy to get to that end game and live through whatever your opponent's doing.
Ooh, some nice Reaper harass here to start. Jensiiibot diving straight in there. Hasn't gotten any kills yet, but pulled out also in time to avoid the 2 Zerglings that were going to come up behind it and try to kind of trap him in the middle line. Queen is out now, though, so the Reaper needs to do something decisive. Looks like he's going to actually juke the Queen. Thought he might try to go for the main, but wow, Reaper gets out. Nice control so far out of Jensiiibot.
Yep, quite good. And we'll scout that third is up. They're coming out. Diving back in.
All right.
We're seeing a lot more bots using information. I think a little better. There was a lot of bots, I think, early on that would scout, but didn't really do anything with it. And I think we're starting to see a lot more of that. There's a Ling doing a thing.
Just checking things out. So the Lings there were improvements to map controlling. So the Lings should just be doing a lot of scouting, getting a lot of vision for Eris. So that will definitely be nice, especially if Eris is greedy. The greed was turned up slightly in the last update. So, but only if there's enemy static defense detected, which actually Jensii's not doing any. So Jensiii doesn't really get bunkers, does Jensiii?
Yeah, not really. I think there was a time when before Jensiii had some early game aggression that it would bunker up and like wait until 120 supply or something. But I don't think it's doing that now. It's going for these earlier pokes, and so I think it's doing that at the while passing that up.
When it usually gets tank defense as well, which kind of counts it once you siege it up. Is that technically static defense?
Kinda.
No, I know the game obviously doesn't register it as such, but
well, I mean, spore crawlers and spine crawlers are also technically not static defense, but they are.
Oh, they move, yeah. Ooh. Some shenaniganry is afoot. Reaper's doing a pretty good job. Jensiii looks like wants to secure third base location. Here come the Hellions, so might have a bit of a drone barbecue. Nice pulling so far. Eris actually trying to avoid a lot of the damage, does end up lining up a little bit and taking some shots from those Hellions, and they are not done yet. The Hellions are actually going to keep chasing these poor drones all the way to moving. Oh, no, they disengaged.
Yeah, they just kind of left. They could have got a couple more there, but that's fine. This is something I feel we don't see enough of. There was a bot, like, again, a season or 2 ago that was doing pretty successful drop play and taking out mineral lines, but we don't see, like, a specifically worker-based harass very much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it tends to be to go in and kill stuff, but to actually just go and take out a mineral line, we don't really get a lot of that.
Yeah, we really don't. So I'm just reading through some of these updates. There's so many updates for Eris. I'm looking for the Terran-specific ones. So yeah, actually, speaking of siege tank, there's actually siege detection added so that the squads of Zerglings or whatever won't commit to fights where there's multiple tank siege up. So you're not running into too many tanks or too much tank fire there, which is actually really smart because, again, that's one of the things we talk about week after week is when do you engage into stuff like that, into Liberators, into tanks, into all these things that just absolutely rip apart Zerglings, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of that,
They're trying.
Lings there were trying to run into the Hellions, but
that's really interesting. Did you see that one Ling? It was doing its own thing, even when it kind of got with the group. So there's individual Ling thoughts going on here, like little scouting, little.
I don't know how much that one's thinking, but
thinking, quote unquote.
Yeah, it's doing.
I didn't say it was advanced thinking, Undersword.
Yeah, and the Changeling gets in. I think it's now with the army.
Interesting. Yeah, a lot of little kind of army movement updates and stuff. Yeah, Eris does seem to really rival Jensi in unit control almost. Yeah, he's losing some Zerglings here and there, but doing a pretty good job at just using them to control the map, keeping Jensi busy. You know, having them around. It's better to have the Hellions killing a few Zerglings on the Terran side of the base than having them roasting drones while you're trying to defend or something like that. So,
for sure,
all in all, pretty good out of Eris. I like it.
There now, I think with this tank in position, it will slow this down. He's also got at least one Liberator out somewhere, and Jensi has been really good at that tank Liberator kind of push up. We've seen it more in his TVT, less so in the TVZ, but I think it's shaping up pretty well so far.
Well, it's going to shape up great if there's no Corruptors on the way. Or I'm sorry, Ravagers on the way. I guess that's decent to deal with, Liberators, but
Liberator there, not the best. I didn't get the best position. Gets one queen and taken out.
That's right. I think they'll do better if they stay with the army.
Yeah, I think they're better in that regard. A lot of it seems like to that point, the idea of harassment and making the right decisions on that seems difficult. I think the only thing that really has historically harassed worker lines well has been Banshees. People seem pretty good with that, but the other things have been really difficult.
Well, somebody's supposed to have good Oracle harass coming up. Who? Sharkbot.
Sharkbot.
Was it Sharkbot?
Yeah. I think it was Sharkbot. They said,
Or it's maybe not implemented yet, but I do believe he was talking about working on oracles or something. I don't know. I could just be making that up completely. Anyway, more Zerglings getting roasted here. A lot of tech and a lot of upgrades coming down. Spine coming down for Eris. She's got +2 range attack on the way, +1 armor about to finish up here. So upgrades are looking pretty solid, actually, for both of our bots. Jensi's getting all of the +2s on the way. Stim's on the way. So, man, this is shaping up to be a phenomenal matchup between these two. Still very even. Jensi putting on some decent pressure here is going to be forced to pull back. But, man, look at that creep spread. That's looking good. It's already taken over half the map here.
Yeah, I think as they both approach max here, we're going to have Eris with the economic advantage and Jensi with the army advantage. And I think he's got to push that soon to actually get some use out of it. And it looks like he's going to. We're getting the split push here.
Well, is that advantage going to work pretty well against mutas? I think, look how many Marines he's got.
Yeah, it should with low enough numbers. Like,
oh, no, he actually picks up too soon.
Yeah, interesting.
That's right. He should be able to go back in.
Yeah, wow, main army here now. He's not clearing creep, though, on the way, which may hurt in the long run.
He's got no time to slow down for creep, Undersword.
Well, just scan on the way. I'm not even saying slow down, but here's a pretty good surround here overall. We're going to get the Biles on the tank position, but there is a lot still there. The Marines are in the back here. More Biles going down, but not hitting the back tanks. He's going to kind of choke them up here. And there's the Marines in the back, and then reinforcements are coming in from the left side.
+1 is about to finish for the tanks. He's still got 2 left, and as soon as that +1 finishes, these tanks are going to do so much more damage to things like Zerglings. Oh, the counter.
Yeah, I didn't see the counter attack over there. It looks like he's kind of broken through here, but not entirely just yet. The 2 tanks have been relatively stable there. He's going to clean this up and not lose on that end, but that has held up a lot of the reinforcement that should be coming in. So he may not be able to overrun just yet, but I think he's stably holding this spot, especially with the Viking support.
barely. Yeah, just barely. And the medevacs are helping keep the Marines alive. As soon as if the Marines die, the tanks will die too. How many kills do those tanks have? Those 2 tanks
gotta
have
be a
been
lot.
MVPs here. They have been holding the line. Actually, the damaged one moves forward just in time for Roach to come and try to take him off a little bit. But wow, Jensi is pushing through. This this hive might actually go down. Or is that a lair?
Oh, the Thor here, the single Thor chasing off some of the mutas, causing a problem for them, going after some of the workers. Is that a burrowed roach in the back there?
Now it's going to be a hive, but it might die.
I think he is going to lose the 2 tanks there. I think they got overrun, but he will.
Did they? Oh no!
Oh yeah, now getting overrun.
No! Oh, did we see how many kills they had? I forgot to look.
No.
Even though I asked for it. That's all right.
Yeah.
They did a great job. They got a lot of kills. Jensi has a lot of army back home. Eris, though, is still up on army supply.
Yeah.
While all this has been going on, Eris has been launching attacks of his own. We've been really focused on the Zerg side of things, I think, but Jensi's holding this off pretty well so far.
Yeah, I think it'll come down to which of these is more stable, and I think there's a lot of army supply in these mutas, and the mutas can't really come near this army without getting roasted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, especially with all those Marines and Vikings out now as well, but Infestors are almost out, Endersword. Infestors could shut this down. Look how damaged that bio is. The Roach is a little indecisive. They should all pull back. If Eris can just group up, it should be able to crush through Jensi as a 30 army supply advantage. Jensi getting a little too bold here.
Yeah, these medevacs, the medevacs got to hook up with the bio here. This is going to help. Trying. Yeah. Here, nice infestation fungal there.
Decent.
Yeah.
A lot of Vikings coming in. They're going to be able to at least keep the mutas busy. That'll help the bio.
Good. Check out the fungal on those Vikings, too. Not going to take him out, but doing a lot of damage. And then the Hydras are going to push that back. And it looks like Eris really is just kind of taking over here. He's now got an 80 supply lead and doubled the army count here. Yeah,
Eris just taking, I guess, some better trades, some more cost-efficient fights in the end, and has pushed Jensi back with just incredible multitasking. I thought Jensi was looking good with 2 drops going around while the main army's pushing up. Eris is like, no, I'm going to attack you at the exact same time you're attacking me and just keep on the pressure everywhere. And Jensi might just be dead. Yeah.
I think he is, getting overrun here now. I think Jensi just didn't kill things. He could have killed that lower base. He could have killed the upper base. Left both in the red. And I think had those gone down, then these reinforcements are a lot slower, weaker. The economy's a lot slower, weaker. But instead, you can't let a Zerg remax with 7 bases.
Yeah, you got to kill that production.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, Jensi throwing down the poop. Whether it's BM or he's pooping on himself, who knows?
But, so this is Eris's game plan to go into the late game Zerg, and he barely holds on here, but does it. And Jensiibot just can't quite prioritize the base kills that I think it needed to. And even when I think it could have taken out that upper hatchery, it kind of went after drones or something instead. And I think it needed to, same with that lower drop, it picked up when I think it could have just taken that down. And then the counterattack with the small force, while the counterattack itself wasn't successful, it stopped another 30 army supply from coming and reinforcing that position, which Jensi should have just held for the rest of the game. And he was unable to do so. So
that kind of was his standing ground. If he holds that hill, then I think Jensi is able to take it and keep pushing forward. It was neck and neck for so long. The upgrades for both bots, where 3-3 was on the way for Jensi. So Jensi was getting ready for that late game, was pretty much ready for the late game as well.
And the other thing too, and I kind of said it when he was making his way there, but part of the reason that you kill the creep on your way there is so that you don't end up in this position where creep is to your doorstep. And now when you get pushed back and have to go back, you're doing it on creep.
Yeah, and that's bad. Zerg's is just so much faster. Yeah. They'll catch you.
Yeah.
It's hard to run away on creep. I don't know if you've all ever tried it at home, but it's sticky and it mucks up your boots. It's hard to get off.
Yeah, not to mention just the vision. And obviously the bots use the vision very well, so they know where every attack's coming from.
Yeah, so, that did. I think, that really helped Eris get just some great trades and great engagements overall. Wow. Hell of a match. Let's see if Jensiibot can bring it back. I definitely still believe in our Terran here. But Eris is looking so strong. Could easily knock Jensiiibot into the lower bracket. Let's find out here on ESChamp. Jensiiibot.
Team Eris's.
Eris. Eris, of course, created by one of our few team bot authors, MicroMachine, obviously. Probably the best known team bot authors, Raph and Unusual there. But no, it's good to see, multiple people collaborating. You can get a lot of different points of view, a lot of different, just, I don't know, adds a lot to it, I think.
It does. Collaborative teamwork efforts. Countering.
Well, assuming that you get along, assuming that you can work together,
No, it's working together, not necessary. You want to be like what is Adam and Jamie on MythBusters, where where they secretly hate each other, but they
still work together.
Well, that's it. They respect the hell out of each other, but they don't like each other.
That's important in a work environment. I don't like my coworkers, but as long as they work well, they're fine.
Yeah. Apparently, Penn and Teller were the same for like 15 years. They're friends now, apparently, but for like the first 15 years, it's not that they hated each other, but they just weren't friends. They only worked together. So that can work.
Coworkers. I get it. Well, anyway, we've got Eris and Jensi here on Blackburn for game number 2. Jensi needs to do something, needs to kill more bases, needs to take better engagements, needs to do something. Because Eris is just so strong looking, really good in that late game. This is what I've been hoping for, is more late game Zerg. We don't have a lot of Zerg in ProBots usually, so it's refreshing. I can't believe I'm saying that as a Protoss player. What just came out of my mouth, Endersor?
It is good. Yeah. I mean, I feel like the meta has transitioned away from them, I think, over time. I think it's because they're not the best middle game sort of thing, and they have to, they were good early on because you could just kind of rush to things and put pressure on, and we saw a lot of success with things like Ling rushes and spine crawler rushes and whatever. And as that gets dealt with, it's harder to take good fights with Zerg in the middle game. You really have to coordinate a Zerg army well in order to take fights, because if you go in single file with that, they just get shredded.
Yeah, pound for pound, Zerg is just. That's why Zerglings cost less. That's why Zerg units are cheaper in general, because they work better in big numbers, not small. And once you get up to the big numbers, it's harder to control bigger armies effectively, I think. But now these bots are looking real good at it. Jensiiibot obviously has great big army control. Typically has tanks, marines that work in conjunction very nicely. Here comes the Reaper, though. Gonna try to maybe get a no, too much here. Is just gonna skirt around.
Look around.
Don't go down. Don't go down the ramp. Oh, I think he's dead. Yep.
Yeah. We'll get taken out. I think there was no path out there. There are too many queens and lingies. There comes a Ling poking at Mr. SCV. Die. Punk.
Did you just call the SCV a punk?
I did. Well, he died like punk.
He doesn't even have the punk skin. Can these bots use the in-game skins? I've never thought of that.
Probably not, because there's no interface for them, right?
Oh yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, because they're not accounts.
Oh, that's true.
That's all attached to your account.
Well, but you could couldn't you just add the skins into the?
Maybe there might be some way to. Yeah, somebody probably knows the answer. If you can force it to load the skin. Yeah, I don't know.
Huh. I don't know. I just never thought of that till now.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jensiiibot is on 2 bases, looking good. We've got on the other side of things, Eris has a Roach Warren coming up. Another base, 3rd base on the way. Oh no, I'm sorry. That is the lair already.
Yeah. Yes.
And I like that.
Tacking up reasonably quick.
Pretty early, yeah.
Yeah.
It's for the burrow, right? Didn't we just see some burrow?
The burrow works reasonably well. Like the bots don't seem to do a great job at dealing with it. It's not, it's not the same sort of like sharking around Serral type like control or anything, but it just seems to confuse the other bots because like just having a random roach pop up in some location distracts an army like quite well.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Well, especially if you don't have detection. We've talked a lot before. Once the unit disappears from sight, a lot of the bots are just like, oh, it's dead. It's gone. Don't have to worry about it anymore. So, well, we'll see. We'll kind of see how this pans out. I think we're going to get into another very scrappy kind of late game scenario where it's just nonstop action, just trading blow for blow. And if Eris can keep up the action, keep up the pressure, then it'll be good. Ooh, nice little denial there. Gets a couple active creep tumors. That's actually really helpful for Jensiiibot.
Yeah, getting heavy on creep here. There is a lot of queens up there. Lings will come in to try and save the day, but they're not very good at doing that.
I am liking this Hellion harass here. This is I don't remember this many Hellions in the last game. Maybe I just wasn't paying close enough attention.
There was the one run by that got right into the mineral line, but they
only like
kill
4,
a reason. Right? Was it that? I don't know if it was 4, but it was maybe not this many. But yeah, I think this is doing pretty well, but he's kind of got a I don't know. Yeah, can he get a queen? I think one of the hard things is usually as a player you'd want to pick a queen and try and target it down. The bots aren't as good at doing that sort of thing.
Yeah, and you got to kill the queen right out. You can't just poke it a little bit and then come back later. Oh, nice, Jensi. Detecting those the spies there, the little changelings, picks them off.
Yeah.
No sight for you, Eris. All right. Jensi has established a third base location towards the Zerg instead of going, for that little upper one. It looks like Zerglings blocking or at least scouting the bases of Jensiibot's expansions.
Yeah, indeed, keeping an eye on what's going on.
Yeah,
and I like this movement. If it gives the closer point of attack here, and he's putting a sensor tower down, it looks like. Is that what that is? Yeah.
Where?
And right there. Yeah. So I think that's really good. Like there's such a choke right there that I think that's a good call. And then if he can, there's a nice little liberator. This one doing, I think, better than the one in the first game where it didn't actually cover the mineral line.
It still died in the end.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Back to your point, this little choke here, with the slow zones, that could be Jensiibot's ticket to, if Jensiibot can just hold there, that could be his ticket to victory and just trade nonstop because Eris will just keep flying on the pressure. We saw even while Jensiiibot was attacking, Eris was coming around the other side. So we'll see. But it looks like Jensiiibot will actually be pushing into that. So it'll be as he retreats that maybe this position will come into play.
Yeah, I think this is it's a good angle of attack, but I'm worried that if he just kind of goes straight in, he actually ends up surrounded on like 3 sides here if he steps too far. He's got to almost hug the bottom wall and try and keep things in front of him if he wants to move on to the creep here. But we'll see how he does it because I think it's almost go time for the Jensiiibot army here, but this time he's down in.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
he's way further down than he was in the previous game. Yeah.
Does Eris seem like? Yeah, Eris seems like faster this time, getting that army supply up or something, or maybe Jensiiibot was a little slower. It's hard.
Well, he did. I mean, he didn't lose a bunch of workers this time. I think last time he lost maybe like 10.
Okay.
So I think that helps. He's able to expand away from Jensiiibot entirely, so there's been no contesting that.
That's true. That's a good point.
So I think that's a big part too. But he's just on a much better pace because he's about right. In the first game, they were about to max out at the same time, but Jensiiibot was doing it with more army, and Eris had the more workers. This time, Eris is maxed out, even army supply, and just a worker disadvantage for Jensiiibot.
Okay. Well, actually, that could with mules and everything, that kind of benefits the Terran because then the Terran can get more army supply and trade hopefully more effectively. We'll see though. Jensiiibot is getting a little bit distracted by a couple mutas that have managed to sneak into his main. The Marines are kind of rallying, trying to deal with it. Yep, they're going to be able to kill this one off. But that's, that can be annoying, especially if it pulls Jensiiibot, half of Jensiibot's army back or something.
The main army is coming through the middle here, actually in the slow zone.
Oh, this could be, are the tanks in range of that? Not quite.
Not in the slow zone, but they're going to catch them kind of coming out here, and they're kind of dancing in tank range.
Actually, it's good.
This army out of place here.
Because the units coming out of the slow zone, they're going to be stuck by the ones in the slow zone as they try to retreat. And yeah, this actually could be the best spot possible for Jensi. Ooh, take some big biles though.
Yeah, but all like into that Thor, which is just absorbing the crap out of them. Yeah, here he's coming in now. This bought a lot of time for the army to come back, but it still kind of hasn't. There's a big army up in the north part of the map, and it's going to make its way down to actually confront this.
Yeah, this is a really interesting engagement. Both bots are being kind of hesitant and really micro, but in the end, Eris is still pushing forward. Eris has fungals now as well. A couple big fungals do land.
Huge.
But the Marines are going to stim forward and actually dodge a lot of the biles. And as the Zerg tries to retreat through the slow zone, Jensi. Oh, that's another
big
one.
That's another huge one. Down.
Never mind. That might just do it here. Eris has a huge supply advantage now.
Yeah, this is the type of position where Jensiiibot needed to be pre-set up in a big concave here, and he wasn't.
Well, even he's set up now, but he's still just eating fungals like
too late now.
Like breakfast. Oh, yuck! Rough stuff. Jensiiibot is gonna kind of clear this up and push it back for now, but with the corruptors or the Ravagers landing their biles onto the tanks and. Oh, these tanks are taking a lot of damage. It barely lives. One does go down, actually. But yeah, as the tanks start to crumble, that might be it.
We're going to have the Hydra reinforcements coming soon as well. 16 of them are coming. These mutas, despite showing no material damage, have pulled the army apart enough that it wasn't in the right place at the right time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
they're good at just distracting and splitting your army up, and then all of a sudden you get overrun on one front because all your army wasn't there. And tricky. Jensi trying to push forward onto the creep here, but that is not a good decision.
No.
And that should prove another. Yeah, and fungals have been nasty this game. Oh, there's another one. They have been so good. And Jensiiibot will fall by the looks of it 2-0, less than half the army supply, and will get knocked down into the lower bracket. Eris will move on to face Tyr. That is going to be an interesting matchup.
That will be quite a good one. And you can see Eris just continuing to move her feet as well, going into the corruptors, continuing to upgrade everything, and just plodding on and on and on. Huge bank built up as well since she's maxed out.
Oh, rough stuff. I was hoping Jensi would make it through the upper bracket for a little bit longer, but put on a great show. Still looking very strong. So, Jensiiibot will be going up against Dominion Dog in the lower bracket. So, Jensi's TVT is quite good.
Yeah, quite good.
So, I'm feeling good for Jensi, at least in the lower bracket. But well done, Eris. A nice win, looking so strong, especially for your first season. Not bad. Yeah. Hey, when you get some of your base off a spiny, you're going to do pretty good. Again, started as a spiny, kind of use some of the, how does it work? You just rewrite it or something. Use it like as a base. Yeah, because you use the base, you don't want to have to do all the basic things. We were talking about this another week, like telling them how to mine. That's that's just standard for a lot of these frameworks now. It's like, okay, just go mine, all the little details, the speed mining, the pulling workers at certain times. That's all on the author to come up with. But anyway, I digress. Nice match. We are halfway through. We are now officially halfway through season 2 of ProBots. What are we gonna? Should we have a halfway party?
Maybe
we can do a Crown Club member shout out. That'll count.
That what does work.
Let's do that. Is it ready?
I don't know.
Let's go.
We surprised them.
I did.
Shout out to Conrad. What's up, Conrad?
Hell yeah.
Good man. Good man.
Good to see the support. Yeah, we see Conrad a lot.
Yep. So yeah, there's our first half. We'll be taking a short break here and back for the next two matches.
We've got, who do we have coming up after the break?
We've got MicroMachine versus Sharkbot.
That's going to be a good one.
That will be a good one.
Little TVP and then TVT to finish things off.
Yes.
So can we look at our bracket real fast before we go to break? I just want to see it. Let our people see it. Anyone who's just tuning in, we're just halfway through the show. Thanks for being here. Thank you, everybody, for hitting that thumbs up button. We're glad you're all having fun. You can now do clips on YouTube. So if you see something you like, clip it and share it. What else can you do? There's like super chat and super thanks that you can do after the show, and lots of ways to support ESChamp. Of course, Crown Club is the best. But here's our bracket so far. We've got Tyr and Eris moving on in the upper bracket. And SharpenedEdge will be going up against Additional Pylons next week. And Jensiiibot will be going up against Dominion Dog next week as well.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah. Stay tuned. We'll be back after the break. We've got MicroMachine Sharkbot. We've got Ketroc and Strelok to finish things off. And we have got an awesome production crew in the background. Big shout out to them, keeping the show looking smooth for you guys. Things have been looking good the last couple weeks.
I think so.
We'll keep that trend going, hopefully.
It's good. Better every day.
We're glad you're back too, Endersword. We missed you.
Me too.
Ketroc is a great fill-in, though. It's really nice to have Ketroc.
He is pretty good. It's good.
He
to
knows
have,
a lot.
the expert around. Yeah.
It is indeed. But yeah, thank you all for being here. Awesome show so far. Again, a couple more best of threes coming up. 5-minute break, and we'll be back. Season 2 of ProBots, day 4. We're halfway through it. We'll see you after the break. And we are back. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for tuning in, everybody, to day 4 here of Season 2 on ESChamp's ProBots. Endersword is back in action, and we're having a great time. Well, hopefully you are. Are you having a great time?
I am. I'm having a really good time.
Oh, good. I was worried there for a minute.
No, it's great. It's I would say something.
That's true. You're very upfront.
I'm very upfront. I try and let people know where they stand, and if these bots were pissing me off, I'd take a magnet to them. But but everything seems great. I'm very impressed with them.
Yeah, they're doing a good job so far. We do have our poll up for our next match. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about it. We have got one of our most winning bots coming up here. He is number 1 on the AI Arena ladder. Let's actually talk a little bit about that. We haven't shouted them out too much yet.
Right.
AIarena.net. That is where all these bots come from. They have a 24/7 stream on Twitch and an awesome ladder. So a couple new divisions as well. So new bot authors, and you can get in on the lower end of things, the easier side of things, where you can get a little practice, and then once you're ready, you can dive onto the main tournament, or however that works.
Something like that.
Somebody in the Discord can give you more information. I don't do them justice. They do a great job. They do have a Discord, very active Discord, a lot of amazing authors there. So go check it out. We do have an awesome video as well in our description page, or in our videos page, I'm sorry, how to build a Terran bot. And we give you a template to start, so we make it super easy, and you can get on the AI Arena ladder as well. So that's all I got for that.
It's pretty good.
Where were we? Okay, so let's talk about our games now. We've got MicroMachine coming up, created by RafRR and Unusual, again, one of our team authors here. Author teams, how does that work?
Team authors.
Team authors.
A bot team author duo. Dynamic duo.
We'll say that every time. These two are pretty dynamic duo.
They are dynamic.
They've got
good
top bot on the ladder. It's looking good. Not much more to say about him. He's MicroMachine. If you don't know who he is at this point, go watch some previous seasons.
He's wearing sunglasses because it's summer.
We had Shark Nice on the show last week on Postbots, and we didn't even ask him what the heck that thing is. Is it a shark fin? Is it a
Yeah, it seems like it must be like a shark fin somehow crossed with like a...
It's got a hole in it.
Nexus, but with a hole in it. Is that like the all-seeing eye? Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It's almost like a shark tooth that's upside down.
Yeah, it does. It's got the serrated edge, kind of.
I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, we forgot to ask. That's on me. But do, again, check out PostBots if you like extra content. We do that on Friday nights. You can actually come watch live as well. Nobody has done, I think one person last season might have come in. Yeah, Dusty, yes. I think, has come in a couple times, actually. So shout out to Dusty. But no, anybody can come in and watch if you're in the Crown Club or if you manage to find our Discord. We'd love to get a little bit of an audience. But yeah, come watch it live. If not, you can watch it afterwards. It's PostBots. It's a lot of fun. All right. Are we ready? It just says soon. I'm ready for our next best.
Let's say soon.
Are you ready?
I mean, I'm pretty ready.
Good. Our audience is ready.
Yes.
So
do it.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen,
play the game.
Our next best of 3 here on Season 2 of ProBots MicroMachine versus Sharkbot. Let's get it on.
and unusuals.
MicroMachine. Oh, we got a mosquito.
Sharkbot.
Where'd he go? There's been mosquitoes that he just flew in front of my screen. Oh, sorry, we're not done.
It happens. But it's a mosquito. It was an emergency.
Yeah, what do you want me to do? Not yell mosquito frantically at our audience while the intros are going?
They need to know what's going on.
They have to know.
Yeah.
I'm scared now, Endersword.
Yeah, that's the type of access viewers demand these days with their interactive media.
All right, sorry about that. We do have Sharkbot in the bottom right, as I was talking over his intro.
Sharkbot going for this low ground kind of wall off as well. Pretty bold. Pretty bold.
MicroMachine, it's been a little bit since MicroMachine's last update, from what I can gather. I do not believe there was any updates for this week in particular, but still number one on the ladder, still looking strong. I guess at a certain point, do you even need updates?
Yeah, there's a point where you look at your 96.67% win rate and be like, what would you like me to do? Like, you're only going to make it worse.
There's still room for improvement.
I guess so. Only they know.
But no, there were a few updates for Sharkbot. We've got an improved worker split, as well as, you guessed it, speed mining. I'd say, I think at least half of our bots at this point have to have it.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe not that many, but
yeah, as soon as Scarlet had kind of introduced that as a concept,
it's caught on quick.
Yeah, we knew right away that's gonna have to become standard. It will just become the meta.
Yeah, well, it's any little edge in StarCraft, you know, and it's not technically against the rules if you can make a bot do it, you know, because you could technically do that in game as a human.
Exactly. Just get good.
If you were good, you could do it.
Get good.
Get good.
Yeah.
All right, we got more Reapers here. MicroMachine has some of the best Reapers in the business. Okay, there we go. As I said, I was like, he's just getting pumped up, guys. He's getting warmed up and ready, and he is going to dive up into the main. He's going to start poking away at some probes. Zealot's not going to do a whole lot here. Actually, this is just a fun day out of the park for this Reaper here.
Yeah, Zealot taking a lot of damage before even getting up the ramp.
I think he's going to kill that Zealot. There's no Stalker on the way. There is a Robo facility. There we go. Stalker finally
a Stalker. He's got to get into a reasonable position. That was good. Little deco by the Zealot.
You're never going to catch MicroMachine's Reaper with a Zealot.
Just kill him. Just get him. Boom.
Even with charge, I don't think you'd be able to kill his Reaper with one Zealot.
What's he up to now? So yeah, we got Marines kind of just coming behind this. The Reaper can definitely get some more damage done, but I think it's a little confused by this weird little nook and cranny there, and the Stalker's going to be out. He definitely could have gotten a lot more done. Like, the only kill is that Zealot.
Yeah, he could have gotten a couple workers, but it's something. He gets constant scouting. He's got full eyes on Sharkbot, so it's looking good. Let's Sharkbot. We have only seen one show out of him, but we know he does like some cheesy things. Nothing cheesy this time around though. This is just very standard 2 base opening out of Sharkbot. I'm kind of surprised. I bet if he loses a game, then we'll probably see some cheese in the next one. That's my prediction.
That would make a lot of sense. Like, and I mean, that's the way that a lot of, again, human players do it. It's not until they lose a macro game that they feel the need to deviate. If you can beat someone with your macro play, beat them with your macro play. Don't take chances.
No. Isn't StarCraft all about taking chances, though?
I mean, kind of. But
isn't that how you win games?
It is, but I mean, the boring but therefore good players don't tend to do a lot of that.
The very standard players, Cyril, Rainer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Cyril doesn't take a lot of chances. Yeah.
Well, it is kind of, it has almost evolved into that point where you're getting punished if you get scouted for cheesing. You know, you're usually punished this game.
Well, that's it. You're adding variability to the game. If you're, and this is generally an across the board true thing. If you're the best, you want to reduce variance as much as possible.
Makes sense.
Because you're better. If you just play a standard thing with no random factors, you're going to win. So if you suddenly go out and proxy something and kind of go all in on it and they detect it, you've added a lot of variance to that game.
Mm-hmm. Well, here we go. MicroMachine is prepping for the attack. Stim is about to finish up. Cloak Banshees are about halfway here as well. That could be really nice. I don't think Sharkbot has any detection. He has the Immortals coming out, but no observers. Yeah, no observers. So that Cloak Banshee, once it kicks in, could be game ending here.
Yeah, he's got a Stargate coming, and if he gets an Oracle out of that, it could help, but we'll see. The Immortal here trying to poke down and see what it can get done.
Big Stim.
Yeah, quite large.
Oh, no, there is an observer. Where did he come from?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Did he power it out? I don't know if he had that the whole time. Tank at the bottom here is going to be pretty good, but there's not a lot going with it. This is what I like to see, which we've talked about a number of times, the ability to just move forward and target a tank down. Like, despite the fact that there was still some bio there, ignoring them and then walking directly towards the tank is really key.
Yeah, he does that. Yes, there are air units coming out. We've got an Oracle. Good call. Oracle on the way. As Charge is about to finish up as well. But MicroMachine is just going to fall back. He's got his third base coming up. MicroMachine can get this third base up and defend it. Yeah, I foresee an attack coming pretty soon here. Oh, maybe not. Yep. I was going to say I had a Sharkbot, but it looks like MicroMachine's actually going to be the attacker. Yeah, your numbers are wrong, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's always guessing, but I think it is underestimating what Sharkbot has here because he's got way more than him. There he goes.
Yeah, no, this is
as he reevaluates. Yeah.
We did the math, crunched some numbers, and realized that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Is there an award for best bot banter? Not yet, but we should start doing awards.
Should definitely.
One day we'll have enough money for a real trophy. The mosquito's back. Oh
my goodness.
I just need him to fly in front of me, in front of the screen, so I can smack him.
Sure.
Oh,
Sharkbot's doing well here.
Yeah, he's smacking the MicroMachine.
Yeah, I like the Archon use here. We talked about that a little earlier tonight. He's kind of getting drawn all over the place, though. He's not super doing a great job at targeting anything down. And I think he got really pulled apart here, where this could have been a quite substantial victory, and he doesn't really pick up a lot of objectives from this.
Banshees were doing a good job, but actually the Oracle cast a revelation to reveal them until the Observer was able to get here. So it did help a little bit. In the end, though, the Banshees are going to help push this back quite significantly. I think the Banshee was a nice investment for MicroMachine here, even though they can't use Cloak at this point in time.
Yeah, we're going up to a Fusion Core here on MicroMachine's side, but we're also going to a Templar Archives on Sharkbot side. So hopefully getting some Storm, or at least some feedback to go against the Banshees and Medivacs would be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll be for Storm.
Yeah, probably.
But we'll have to wait and see.
Most likely.
Yeah. Sorry.
What was that?
I was trying to hit the mosquito. He landed on my screen, and I tried to hit him. Okay. I've been bit by a mosquito every day for like the past week. I'm fucking over it. Okay,
happened?
Colossus comes in. The Colossus is swatting Marines like mosquitoes right now. The Marines are going on. Tanks are on the run. Vikings are getting some nice shots off, but the Warp Prism is going to be able to save some of these units, I think. Did he pick up one of the Colossus, or did it just die?
No, I think he just pulled it back. Yeah. Did he have more than one? I only ever saw one. So
I thought I
he
saw
just pulled
two.
it back.
Maybe it was just the one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we go. MicroMachine has managed to turn things around just a
Oh,
little
he
bit.
did lose
Actually,
one.
is
Okay.
up on army supply as
That was that
well.
one.
Is MicroMachine going to have enough to get in there?
I don't know. It's hard to come into this defender's advantage with the shield batteries, and I think the only thing that's really letting him win fights is that Sharkbot's allowing the army to get really pulled apart in different directions. And the further back you push him, the less that's going to happen. So I think he's holding for now, and we're going to kind of see what happens. But
This is more back and forth than last
yeah,
game.
yeah. It's MicroMachine on paper here has every advantage, upgrade advantages, economy advantages, and army advantages, but it somehow feels like Sharkbot is not losing.
Well, I think a lot of that army advantage is in the production tab. 2 tanks, 1 battle cruiser at a time. You know, that's most of the advantage right there, I think. But oh yeah, MicroMachine is pushing this back. MicroMachine also macroing a little bit more effectively. Sharkbot sticking on the 3 bases, while MicroMachine is now going up to 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 bases. Holy.
Yeah, he'll start to get out of control there. Once that goes, Sharkbot really needs to get something done relatively soon. He's getting Storm now, but I don't think Storm is going to be the best answer to almost anything because we got a very mech-heavy army even going into Battlecruiser. So it's not exactly the best answer. But again, Sharkbot is continuing to get some offensive pushes to push back the army, and he's continuing to keep the tank numbers relatively low by just kind of running on top of them.
Yeah. That's key. You got to keep those tanks, down. I think MicroMachine's just going to be able to out macro them, though. This is, again, kind of similar to our last best of 3, where it's just kind of a war of attrition almost, just nonstop fighting. And this has just been back and forth. And in that scenario, the bigger economy is usually going to win. So,
yeah, it feels that way. We've got Sharkbot still stuck on the 3 bases. He's got to be mining out some of the main. At least half of the minerals have to be gone there. Is he going to look to expand soon? Because he better.
I don't know. He's really sticking on 3 bases, 4 now. He's going to get a couple of units here. Yeah, a lot of these units are just kind of coming in here by themselves, not grouping up completely.
Yeah.
Here.
There comes a BC. This is going to add stability. 2 BCs coming in won't be pushed back in the same way. And you're going to pay a heavy price for trying to push them back because they get to just keep shooting at you.
Yeah, well, Sharkbot's pushing it back just a little bit, but yeah, the BCs are so strong, they're going to be able to absorb a lot of this Stalker fire, which is allowing the Marines to get some damage done. Nice teleport out, so yeah, he's going to be able to save the BCs. And as they clump up with the Yamato, Sharkbot's not really going to have an answer for it. Phoenix coming out, that's not going to do anything to battle cruisers.
Yeah, he's just getting further and further behind. The Phoenix control is kind of nice. He's getting them in and picking up a key unit or 2, but then he immediately loses it. So they never accumulate to a point that it's getting a lot done. Nice Zealot flank here, again on top of the tank. The only thing that's been keeping him in the game is the ability to constantly reset the tank count. And now I think with the battle cruisers out, he's going to lose the ability to do that.
Yeah, he's just got no real answer for him. Got to focus his Stalker fire on the battle cruisers instead of the tank. Zealots just getting picked apart before they can really get onto the tanks now because they're just taking that much extra fire. And Sharkbot was going toe-to-toe there for a good 6-7 minutes here when the action started, but it looks like MicroMachine will take game numero 1. Nicely done.
Does indeed. And yeah, hard to deal with this many BCs.
Oh yeah, there's nothing. There's no answer for it.
Yeah.
Remember when you could feed back battle cruisers?
Yeah, that was great days. Great days.
I miss those days.
Yeah. It's funny that storming a lot of BCs is actually still one of the better ways to deal with it because it ignores armor.
Yeah, it's just set damage.
Yeah, it's just set damage. So you can still do it to do a lot of damage to them, but yeah, the feedback was obviously way better.
Fun little fact here, as this game wraps up, MicroMachine's going to seal the deal. Sharkbot actually has a counterpart on the AI Arena ladder called Whale Meme. So it's like his polar opposite or something, but is currently 5th on the ladder. Whale Meme is, where Sharkbot's sitting at 10th on the ladder. So we might next season see another creation out of Sharknice here that does quite well on ProBots. Yeah, nicely done there. MicroMachine will take game 1. Sharkbot going toe-to-toe for a little bit, but it's going to be an uphill battle for anybody against MicroMachine. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, no, always tough. It looked like he had something going. There was a point there that he had broken into the third and had overrun the army, but then it just lost focus. And Sharkbot's army, half of it went up the ramp, half of them went into the natural, some of it stayed down at the third, and it just kind of lost all its momentum. Had that been able to kind of group up and say, kill the third and leave, even not leave, just kill the third, even if the rest of it died, it still would have gotten a victory there, but or like a pickup, not necessarily the game victory. But that petering out was its 1 point of advantage, and I think it lost that chance.
Yeah, some words of wisdom, just mine like Maru, obviously. No, yeah, Sharkbot definitely hung in there, but fell super behind in the macro as well. Just kind of stopped, got 3 bases, and then just kind of stopped.
Keep going.
Needs to keep going. Yep.
Yeah, all the best bots, like the ones that are the real champions, never stop. Like
can't stop macroing, man. You gotta keep going.
And the other thing too, it kept teching throughout the game, which is good. But then you need more and more money to continue to tech like that. So, yeah.
Well, let's see what happens in game number 2 between MicroMachine and Sharknice here on ProBots.
RR and Unusuals.
MicroMachine. I just noticed he has sunglasses.
Sharknices.
Yeah, I mentioned that. That's why I said he was
Sharkbot. It makes sense. It all makes sense now, Endersword. You know what doesn't make sense?
This, I don't know.
No, actually, it could make a lot of sense. We'll see.
It potentially makes sense, but I think he's. Yeah, let's see what his response is. I mean, again, this is kind of what he. Yeah, there we go. I like it. Yeah, let's see what he does. So nice grouping up of the SCVs here. Good little initial. I think this is a good initial condition for him. Let's see how well he's doing now. And SCV was still building. Oh, and he diverted another one to build.
Well, it's almost dead anyway, so that actually was a good choice because it would have just died in one more hit. Yeah. So now maybe he can get a marine out or something.
Dead now. How's this gonna go? He is winning, but he's pulled too many off, and they're all near dead.
Rod MicroMachine, he can take a couple of hits here. I think if he just fought, he probably could have won.
Yeah.
But as it is, the probes have gotten their shields back. He needs a marine out, is what he needs.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the money for it.
Denied. Okay. Well.
No, I felt like he had that one. He was up workers the entire time in that, and he even got to like 10-6. If he had been, even though they were all like damn near dead.
No, hold on. Does MicroMachine lift and get a draw?
Oh.
Let's fast forward and find out.
One, I love that the probes are still microing as if they're scared of the buildings.
Just in case.
And just to make sure.
Hey,
but
it could fall on you. You know, you take out a support beam, all of a sudden you've got a barracks on your head.
If he lifts though, hopefully Sharkbot would still have
an SCV. What?
Well, yeah, because he killed the barracks. Right?
I thought he was out of money. I didn't.
Well, he was, but the barracks was still building, so he got the money back.
Oh, he died. I thought he was going to be an endless chase around the.
He could have made more. He's got enough to make. This will be interesting.
Just leave it lifted, MicroMachine.
I think he'll land and
he
until
can
it
still
starts
build
firing. He
3.
can still make it. Can we start over?
Oh,
There's the recall.
he recalled.
Yeah,
There's a contingency plan, Endersword.
there is indeed. I love this. I love
Sure.
what's happening.
Let's start over. Why
Okay.
the frick not?
Your top priority is not to to repair that.
Oh no! Well, at least he kept 2 SCVs.
Okay.
Actually, that worked out perfectly. He managed to fully repair and get 2 SCVs. If he had
But he
only gotten
could've-
1 SCV, he'd
But
be
he
in
could have had
big
3.
trouble.
He could have had 3.
He could have. Well, now he's got 3. So what do
Yeah,
you want? What do you want, Dave?
More efficiency.
Huh?
So yeah, let's see how this plays out. I hope this continues for another like 20 minutes, but I'm guessing by the
Yeah.
speed that it will not. But that's kind of interesting. I was wondering if Sharkbot had the code to go back home if his opponent did lift.
Does Sharkbot know about this, or has that probe been in that base the whole time?
I don't think he knows where it is, but he's gonna
Okay, he's
figure it
seen
out.
it.
Yeah,
He's
there he
seen it.
goes. Yeah, he's fine.
If he didn't before, he does now.
Yeah. So the single zealot's gonna win. If not, the stalker will
Oh,
win.
once the stalker's there, it's over.
And if
Yeah.
not, the Stargate will win. So he's doing
Wow.
everything he needs to do.
MicroMachine almost making a comeback here.
Yeah.
But yeah, with a 6-worker handicap, that's it's almost fair, almost a fair fight with MicroMachine that way.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's
Send him
actually
back- send him
unfortunately
back
it's
to
actually
Wings
a
of Liberty.
16. It's a 16 worker and 6 army supply handicap. Unfortunately, will he go? And he's just gonna kind of sit there and do this
And repair his command center.
Repair it up. Oh,
Yeah, he doesn't actually fight. He's trying to intimidate the zealot.
Guess what we're gonna
But
see
it's
for
not
the
working.
first time ever? We're gonna see a successful oracle.
The only way the Oracle will be
That's right.
successful is if
Yeah.
there's 0 opposition to it.
Yeah, and if they just kind of sit in this pattern. So let's see if that comes. This will be the highlight
Wow.
of the show.
If he wasn't dead before, he's super dead now. SCV is just in disarray and don't know what to do. And here comes the Oracle to seal the deal. And yeah, Stalker now out as well. Void Ray even in production, so no more floating the command center and getting a cheeky win. But we're gonna have an ace match, Endersword.
It seems like you're gonna.
Our first ace match of the night.
See what he does. Come here, Oracle.
Come on,
Do something. Do something.
see how many kills he can get.
Do something.
Oh!
Yay.
What? Oh no! Kill. Wait.
Optimal conditions. Failure, Oracle.
God damn it, Endersword.
An Oracle will never work.
An Oracle will never be useful, and this is proof.
Yeah.
0 opposition. Look at all these SCVs. All the chances in the world here. And he's just going to drain his energy.
I feel like the
Watching.
SCVs are taunting the Oracle at this point. Yeah. Energy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I no longer believe in Oracles as a viable option.
No.
I thought here maybe we'd see it, but
No, that was if they were ever going to work, it was going to be that. All right, there's the Void Ray. The Void Ray will work.
we got y'all hyped for the Oracle.
I knew it would fail. I just wanted to be crystal clear that the Oracle in the absolute optimal position would fail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Game number 2 is going to bring us to a tie here. We have got an interesting match about to occur here.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming, I don't know, will Shark and Ice do the same thing since it worked? Or will we see a totally different build? I know MicroMachine, well, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure MicroMachine will do something different in this game.
He might,
I don't know.
But what would that be?
Yeah,
So
what
I
do you
think
even do differently against a rush like that?
Yeah, because it's going to come down to whatever that initial engagement is. But the thing that makes me nervous is the MicroMachine pullback of SCVs, and then the not canceling of the barracks. Like, you kept the barracks going when he could have used the minerals to build a couple more SCVs.
Yeah.
Probably during that fight. And then the other thing was when it was fine to pull back the red ones, but once you lost the fight, those ones have to realize there's no way out of this and you have to fight.
Yeah. Well, and
So,
we saw
but
a
they
couple
didn't
of them
do
in
that.
red did take an extra hit still, so
Yeah.
they could have been taking just one
Yeah.
more hit each or something, I think. But anyway, we're going to find out here in just a moment. Game number 3 to decide who will move on in the upper bracket, who will get knocked down. Will we see another probe rush? Will MicroMachine be able to hold? I think we have a little bit bigger map. Give him a few extra seconds. He'll be able to deal with it, but let's find out. We won't know until we get in there. Game number 3 between MicroMachine and Sharkbot. Sharknet. Too many names. Let's go.
RAF RR and Unusuals.
MicroMachine.
They're coming.
Da-dum. Da-dum.
Shark Nices.
Da-dum. Da-dum. Da-dum.
Sharkbot.
Da-dum. 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 I'm assuming you all get that reference.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
So the ideal condition here, he went out to scout. The SCV is coming back. He did not start the barracks yet, and I think
Yeah, he
that's. Oh, sorry, he did down. Okay, he didn't do it at the wall. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. If this works out,
Oh, you didn't do it at the wall.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. This is going to work out way,
Oh.
way, way better. Yeah. The fact that it's not at the wall, maybe.
And you just got a probe kill.
Yeah. Okay, that's on fire.
And another.
But that's okay.
Interesting.
He's gotta keep attacking.
I think
'cause
it's
he's-
working. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got it. MicroMachine's got
yeah,
it.
He's good. He's good.
That's
yeah.
it. I think was this
Okay.
a little bit longer of a rush? Was he able to get a couple more SCVs out? Or like
Uh,
even just one more SCV could seriously.
I don't-
outside of that.
I don't think he got any more. If anything, I think this was potentially a shorter rush.
We're gonna-
distance. It's that he scouted it though, and
We'll
then
take-
just the position. Yeah.
Yeah, just the position.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take a closer look here in
Yeah.
PostBots tomorrow. Here's some incentive to become a Crown Club member.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to do an
time
in-depth
it.
analysis of these two games, what the difference was, and how this. Look how many more SCVs he has this time. This went so drastically different. Was it literally just because the barracks was down further and he got that one probe kill at the beginning? You know,
Yeah.
I want to know exactly what went different here.
Yeah. I mean, I think that is it. We could time the rush distance, but it
Yeah.
was. Yeah, it was the supply depot. For some reason, it attacked the supply depots, and I don't know why they would do that. Not
Because
only
there was
did
no
they attack
SCV
the-
in sight to attack, building the barracks.
but then they also sent 3 more probes to the mineral line to just die, and that was weird too because he lost 3 before it even started.
Okay.
So yeah, there we go. So MicroMachine wins.
In one of our quickest
Yeah.
series of this season, I think. MicroMachine does hold. It loses in game 2, but holds nicely in game 3. You can cheese him once, but it's hard to cheese MicroMachine twice.
Yeah, it's that the 3 probes
Three
didn't
probes
attack the
didn't attack
depot.
the
They
depot.
just went to the line.
Ah, okay. there
They
you go.
died, and then when he came,
I thought it was
then-
just the one that did that. Okay,
No, 3 of them did
Three
it.
of
And
them
then
did. Okay.
when the group came, two or 3 kept attacking the depot while 6 came. They got into a fight, and then the others came.
Gotcha.
So it was just this, yeah.
Some
volley
really
of-
some sad probe coordination there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, unfortunate, but hey, nice attempt though. Taking a game off a MicroMachine in a cheesy fashion. Is
Yeah.
going to get knocked down into the lower bracket. So we're going to see Sharkbot versus Veteran in our next week's games.
Yep.
So a little another TVT. And MicroMachine will go on to face either Ketroc or Strelok. That is our next and final best of 3 coming up here on ProBots.
Indeed.
Let's talk about it.
Let's do that
And
indeed. So
I don't think there's much else to say about the probe rush there, right?
no, yeah.
That's
Other
pretty
than
much
I mean, it was a good gut check because that's how, of course, how MicroMachine lost last season in
Yeah.
the final. So it was kind of nice to see the gut check that he's putting work into that to take it out. But yeah, Ketroc here probably the favorite, is also very near the top of our ELO rankings. But Strelok is the scrappy one. That is a little bit of an X factor. So Strelok can do a lot of different things.
How did
And,
we get 26 votes but only 23 people watching?
Magic? 30. I see 32 watching.
Oh,
Yeah.
is mine's wow, 32. Thank you all for being here. My thing's behind.
But,
anyway,
but I only see 22 likes, so I mean 10 of you are lazy.
yeah,
so
lazy.
get on.
I only see 18 likes. Some weird's going on.
Okay.
All right, Ketroc. Yeah, we know a lot about Ketroc. He was last 2 seasons ago champion, very strong. And Strelok here coming back for another season. Programmed in Rust, our only bot in Rust.
Yeah.
He is our resident hacker bot, right? He gets a lot of viruses from the internet, but
indeed.
still manages to put on a good show and play a good game. So this should be a pretty good match, but I do think Ketroc is probably going to be favored here pretty heavily, I'd say. That's my prediction. Anyway, we will have that voting up. You can get your votes in for our final match, our last best of 3 here. Who do you think's going to win? And yeah, we should. I was looking earlier. Instead of saying who will win, who do you want to win? Because we had some people saying in chat they're voting because they want a certain bot with their heart. They're voting with their heart. So I don't know, just for production, think about it. Maybe change the wording a little bit. Who do you want to win? So we can see some crowd favorites, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Because I think Ketroc's going to win, but would I like to see an upset? Maybe. I like a nice underdog story.
I know you just like ace matches. You don't.
I
care
do,
who it
and
is.
I don't
You
care.
just
I just
like
want
ace
ace
matches. Yeah, that's key. That's
You
key.
caught
So
you figured me out,
as
Anderson.
long as we get 3, as long as we get a third.
You
So
caught me. Well, Ketroc does
okay.
go into a decent amount of ace matches, so
Yeah.
it's possible here. Oops, I closed my stream, so I can't see the timer. What's our timer at, Anderson?
it just says soon, so I think we're ready.
Oh,
Let's hop
geez.
into this game.
I'm ready. Hopefully you're ready. Our final best of 3 of the night. Thank you all for being here. Again, day 4 of ProBots on ESChamp. We've got Strelok. We've got Ketroc to finish things off. Let's get into it and see who moves on.
Ketrocs.
Ketroc.
Armageddons.
Strelok. Okay, so just some clarification. Oh, wait, did we do both intros?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to clarify, this is not made by Strelok the Pro, as Rotterdam thinks. That was hilarious. Yeah, Rotterdam's like, ProBots, what's that? No, this is actually a brain scan of Strelok put into an artificial intelligence and then forced to play StarCraft all day, every day.
Exactly.
That is actually what is going on here. So don't be confused. It's not the Pro. It's just a scan of his brain. So
Right.
there we go. I'm glad I could clear that all up for you.
To be clear. Yeah.
Okay. Well, here we are on 2,000 atmospheres for our final series here. What do you think's going to happen here, Andrew?
I don't really know what's going to happen because I think it's very much up to whatever Strelok does. I think Strelok will do something though, and then Ketroc will absorb that thing, and then counterattack eventually.
Yeah, just laughing at chat.
Basically, yeah.
Sometimes Strelok calls out for help, but just ignore it. It's fine. It's just it's just some programming, some loose programming we got to clean up.
That's true.
All right. Strelok scouting around a little bit by the looks of it, maybe looking for a proxy. Yeah, he went to a couple proxy locations. So, looking for maybe a proxy starport or something like that. So he is ready. Strelok not messing around, playing no games. But Ketroc doesn't really do the cheese. Actually, Ketroc does have one cheese, doesn't he?
He does have custom cheeses sometimes.
Yeah.
Like he's been known to cheese MicroMachine.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the proxy bunker contains is definitely something that he can do. But there comes the old hacking.
Oh no, he's got a virus. Yeah, I was gonna say about Strelok here. Did he get updates? No, neither of these bots received updates this week. So I was all excited for some BM Ketroc, but we're
Me
not
too.
going to see that this week, actually. He's saving it for a better date, I guess.
Can he just BM in chat?
Is there any sense in BMing a drunk Russian bot?
I mean,
Or
probably not.
with a virus?
Yeah.
You know?
Probably. I mean, I feel like that it would just provoke him to get angry, and then, it can go. Yeah, counterattack. What's this Reaper doing?
Oh, I don't know. He's just hanging out, scouting
chilling.
maybe for the natural.
Just
Yeah,
chilling.
maybe trying to just deny an SCV trying to come down here. Maybe
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Yeah, he's just chilling, man.
He is. He is.
Oh, making some moves. Look at him dance. He can
Yeah,
dance all
move.
day.
Moving to his side. Oh, grenade.
Okay, he's getting some pokes off here. He's getting a little damage. Oh, but as the tank comes out, he's gonna have to leave. Good call. Get the hell out of there. All right, so Ketroc will be able to expand just fine. Strelok not able to deny it. No base coming down for Strelok. What is Strelok doing? He's got Cloak Banshees. This is like a 1-1-1 build coming out here.
It is a bit. I think he's done that a few times.
Yeah, I
That
think
we've
you're right.
kind of gotten a fairly early push with like only a few things. It looks like he's getting the orbital on the low ground. Now we saw in the past, and this is okay. Ketroc says he did update, but he didn't
he did?
include the changelog. Is that true?
Oh, okay. So that's why we don't have any info on it. So we will potentially see some BM.
Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah. Whew. I was scared there for a moment.
Cool. Cool. You need to send
Yes.
a changelog.
You need, put that, you quote, need to send a changelog.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, we got so the one base is building up here. So there's going to be a window that I think Strelok needs to launch an attack in. But given that he's the one doing the one basing, he's behind on, well, now even on the army.
Endersword.
Yeah,
What's going on with this tank? Do you see it?
he's just chilling, man.
No, do you look at it though?
I do see him. He's
Do you see him? What is?
I think he's an official Swiss timepiece. Now he's free.
No, he's
Yeah.
still jiggling.
I see jittering. Yeah,
I think. Okay, well now it won't.
he's good. He's good now.
He's good.
He's
Just
good
had he was anxious to siege up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was curious if that was like something movement, but the other tanks weren't doing it. Huh. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't hallucinating either. You know, maybe I caught a virus from Strelok. I don't know.
Indeed. Indeed. All right. Here are we going to get. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, just responding to the Reapers here. They're dancing on the outside. And it looks like he is going to kind of start doing a leapfrog forward. This is very, very tank heavy.
Ooh.
Like there's nothing else with this. Here comes the Vikings to poke back the main Viking. And a Cyclone will try and get a lock and then a tank or something, but Ketroc will fall back.
Man, if Strelok could
call.
get the air advantage, that would be
Yeah.
huge. But I don't think he will. There's two Vikings coming out at a time for Ketroc now.
Mm.
So
Yeah, and with the turret there too, that is always distracting.
All right, well, Cyclone is
there's
going to
the
get a
lock
lock
on.
on, get a tank. All right.
Yeah, he'll have the vision advantage here for right now. Cyclone getting another lock on, taking out more.
Wow, tank's getting some good
Yeah.
shots too. That's definitely helpful, but it looks nice. But Ketroc is still up in army supply. Has had the second base for a bit longer as well, I think. So as soon as Ketroc gets that air dominance with three Vikings producing at a time, Strelok's not going to get so lucky. Those tanks got really lucky with the vision he had from the air there. But
Almost getting that
should do
Banshee. Very low health on that Banshee. Has to go home and has reestablished. Ketroc is taking the upper base.
all right.
And Strelok has expanded, of course, behind this, so he's not down and out.
Yeah, he has got that base up. He's a little down on workers. He's definitely on the back foot, which against Ketroc is not a good place to be, especially as a third base is now on the way for Ketroc. Yeah, this is the future of warfare. There are only bots playing.
Yes.
To all you newcomers here. The bots kind of get a mind of their own and do say some things. We might see Ketroc responding in kind here, hopefully. We'll see what happens. I think he only BMs if he's winning. So, yeah, we'll see. At the moment, he's winning. he has air control. Look at all those Vikings. Cloak goes down, but it doesn't matter. The Raven's out. So the Banshee just gets pushed back. He's like, nope, and goes home. Yeah, this is Strelok's fallen a little bit further and further behind as every second ticks by here. There goes a third base finally on the way. So Strelok is going to try to keep things going here and try to get into a later game. But it's going to be hard as Ketroc continues to just produce lots and lots of Ravens.
Yeah, and Strelok continues to kind of bleed a unit out every now and then as he kind of goes in and pokes and just... He's already behind. He can't be affording to lose a Viking here, a Marine there, and so on. Like, because nothing is dying of Ketroc's.
Well, Ketroc is one of the best bots, I think, at not losing units.
Yeah.
It's just very safe, very, that's kind of, I think he said is one of his main goals is to make his bot trade as efficiently as possible, without losing any units, without, taking losses. So yeah, it's going great so far. Ravens coming across, they're out of energy, but
yeah, Speed Banshee going for the backstab, but there's turrets in pretty good positions here. Vikings will come back to deal with it, and a appropriate amount of Vikings. And then he'll clean up too there.
Yeah, things looking better for Ketroc as he's now pushing towards the third that just finished for Strelok, but how long it will be mining is up in the air. I don't think for super long. Actually, oh no, he doesn't. I thought he was going to get the tank there. The SCVs come to repair, and he saves the tank. The Viking even landed to try to finish it off, got a shot off, but then realized, okay, this isn't working, and tried to get out. But the air control for Ketroc is just too dominating, I think, at this point. And Strelok's never going to be able to outrange the tanks.
Yeah, and Ketroc just kind of quietly taking a 3 times army supply lead, like without really having a large engagement, just picking off a unit is has been able to just achieve dominance here.
Yeah, it would be huge if Strelok had a little bit better retention. He might have enough to enough cyclones or something to bust through the stake line, but as it is, the tanks are in a phenomenal position, and this base will most definitely get killed off. No repair even going down on it. So, there's actually a couple SCVs. I'm sorry, there's a couple SCVs behind there trying to repair. So they're going to keep it burning for just a little bit. But
yeah, just taking a lot of damage. That's outpacing it.
And yeah, Ketroc with that incredible macro we were talking about a couple of series ago. Just you got to keep macroing behind everything. So Ketroc is gonna take game number 1 by the looks of it. 78 army supply to 20. Strelok just not able to keep things together. Yeah, like you said, just bleeding off a few too many units throughout the game. But yeah, it's a nice little try there. Strelok definitely trying to keep pace and trying to keep up with the macro, but Ketroc's just a little too strong, a little too fast, I think.
Yeah, he started off well. That initial kind of engagement at the natural took out a lot of tanks. Cyclone came in when he had that kind of slight air advantage at the very beginning. He was able to use that very well, but he quickly lost that with the Vikings being pumped out, which is always the risk of, like, if you're going to do the one base thing, you have to hit a timing that's really going to work before your opponent's economy kicks in and he starts double pumping Vikings and Ravens and everything. Once he's hit that point, then obviously you can't slow push your way in when someone has a way better economy.
Yeah. You can try,
yeah,
but it won't work very well. Wow.
And yeah,
this is quite the chokehold Ketroc has.
Indeed it is. These turrets are just so good too. And I think, again, bots have trouble dealing with them, but they just provoke a lot of things. They do damage. They're free. You could just put them down whenever. He's got good control of where to place them. And
what do you mean they're free?
Energy.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they don't cost resources, right? Yeah.
Gotcha. I was thinking like they're free to do something. I was like, wait, what? I'm sorry, my brain's not working super well today. It's a good thing you're here. You're back, Endersword, to keep me on track.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the turrets have a lot of human rights.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
Well, the Brood War turrets do, the
check
original
this out.
turrets.
This is the story of the game. This is all you need to know.
There's
This is all
that
you
cost
need to know.
efficiency. Again, Ketroc, yeah, very, very cost efficient in his engagements. Very careful, safe, slow play. And yeah, it's all in the numbers, Endersword.
Yeah, just smothering him, and just the slow push too. And it's just a strangle too. It's not too ambitious. It just kind of like slowly chokes him to death.
Like I said,
And-
just till that moment, there were 2 Vikings coming out. There was a tank of it. Like, there's still production coming
Yeah.
for Strelok, but
Well, he's still got a whole other mining base too that was just now discovered, I think.
yeah, and that will die quickly. All right, well, game number 1 goes to Ketroc. Strelok is going to be on his last life. Well, not his last life in the tournament, but needs to switch things up, or make a cheese work or something, because Ketroc can fall to a cheese here or there. Every now and then Ketroc falls to a cheese. So maybe Strelok can do one of his proxies or something.
Yeah, I was going to say he's got a few of those in the toolbox, and he's moved away from them over the last 2 seasons, which I think has overall been good. But there may be times when you do need to pull them out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Always pull out.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ketroc takes the win. And we're gonna get ready for game number 2 here. I'm curious to see if Strelok can manage to pull things around. Yeah, someone was talking earlier in chat what the ELO was of these bots. That a lot of the time can be deceiving. SharpenedEdge versus Tier, for example. SharpenedEdge has like 200 or 300 ELO, I think, on Tier. Maybe not that much. I forget. But he was up on ELO by at least 100 or 200, and Tier just 2-0'd him. So bot to bot matchups can be very drastically different. A bot lower on the ladder we've seen bots take out MicroMachine that we never thought could. So
yeah, it's because the bots very often do not have the transitive property. Just because a bot is better against another bot doesn't mean it's better against a bot that bot is better than.
Yeah,
it's just kind of
A is better than B is better than C.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have that. So, and I think Tier is almost the definition of that, because Tier does a lot of different builds, and some of the builds will fall flat on their face against some bots and other ones will not. So I think it tends to have a win rate near 50-50, but a pretty good ELO, and it's because of that. Well, we talked before about the idea of high variance, low variance. Tier has a very high variance, whereas MicroMachine has a very low one. So I think that's the difference.
MicroMachine's been switching up his builds, I think, a little bit as of late. It's been
He
feeling
evolved,
a little bit.
I don't mean variance in the sense of like doing different things.
Oh,
I mean
gotcha.
variance is in likelihood of losing.
Unpredictable things.
Unpredictability. Like,
Gotcha.
in other words, you're not able to tell whether it beats this spot. When MicroMachine does something, it generally beats everyone.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens here in game number 2. Let's see if MicroMachine can seal the deal, or if Spud can maybe turn
Ketroc.
things around. Or I'm sorry,
Ketroc and Strelok. Those
got
were 2
me.
random names.
Yeah, my brain just stopped.
Yeah.
Ketroc versus Strelok, game number 2. Let's go.
Ketrocs.
Ketroc. Just reading names off lists.
Yep, might as well.
Armageddons.
Strelok. No, I think I was saying, because I was looking, loser of this goes up against Spud.
Right.
And so Spud got stuck in my head, and winner of this goes up against MicroMachine. So I took the 2 other bots that aren't even going to be, and just threw them in there.
That happens. It happens.
Anyway, so we'll see.
Ketroc has announced 1 base tank Viking. But I think every time Ketroc says 1 base something, it's lying.
a lie.
It's a lie. It just
lie.
makes a second base immediately.
Maybe that's part of his BM. He's just trying to lie and trick the other bot.
Yeah.
Ketroc. If these two bots were to merge, it'd be Ketroc or Strelok. Yeah, it's time to upgrade my processor. My Ender Sword's gotten all upbooted and he's all ready to go. And we'll see. Anyway, Strelok not opting for cheese. He's just kind of doing the same thing as last game, scouting around looking for a potential proxy, but not going to find nothing because Ketroc is just sitting at home doing his thing. Yeah,
he does.
So, nice slow opening here.
Just
chilling on Romanticide.
Yeah,
no place I'd rather be.
Such a good map name. What's the AIE mean? It's usually like
AI edition.
Is that? Oh, is that
LE is ladder edition.
Yeah. Okay. Is this
so? I'd matter.
This
AI
is the edition for us. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I guess
that makes
so.
sense. Though. Okay. Cool.
That's my guess. I just came up with that, but it seems right.
That makes sense. I thought maybe the map was Jamaican.
No, we do have these are all kind of tweaked to run the bots. They're special maps. You can't just play these bots on the normal, Blizzard version. Yeah, there's a lot of work behind the scenes that goes on to make all this work.
True.
See more bot trolling of the casters. Yeah, that's what we need. All right, Reaper gets in. SCV trying to build his factory will be able to do so. Takes a couple hits, but the Marines are going to try to chase this Reaper out here. Reaper, though, is going to give them a little run for their money. He's going to try to get a couple SCVs, but won't be doing so. Just gets a couple little pokes here. Ooh, throws a mine, doesn't hit anything. He's just kind of on a tear here, but should get out. Oh, maybe.
Yep. Looks like he will. Evading all the traps, but then walks back into gunfire.
Ooh, there's a good mine. Nice.
Gets three. Given the visual impact of the mines, they do very little damage.
I know, right? It sends you like 40 feet into the air, and you're just like, oh, that scratched my armor.
It was like 5 hit points. Yeah.
It's like one of those. It's like a Dyson fan, but in grenade form. And just.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tank's out now as well. Reaper still doing the rope-a-dope, is going to keep Ketroc busy. So Strelok on the other side of things actually has a second base finished and an orbital coming of it, where Ketroc has just now landed his second base in the expansion location. So pretty even, a lot more even this time around for Strelok. Looking a lot better. We'll see if he can keep his units alive. That was a big part as that jinxed him.
Got him.
Yeah, Reaper splattered onto the wall there. All right, well, aside from that unit, if Strelok can keep his units alive and keep his army together, he might have a chance. I believe. Wow, he's really down in armor supply right now, though. So
yeah, he's going for the cloak right away. See how that pans out.
Bold move, Cotton.
Ketroc's pretty good at dealing with that. Like the cloak,
he always has a Raven.
Yeah, he's always got a Raven. He's always got Vikings.
Yeah.
The cloak being one of the mainstays of MicroMachine means that you have to know how to counter it.
Yeah.
So there's that part of the meta too, which is like if one of the dominant players is doing a thing, then you have to rest assured that the bots know how to, or at least have tried to deal with that thing.
Yeah, like so will you be able to do that thing as good as the top bot? If not, should you even do that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I see what you're saying.
There's the ticking tank again.
Yeah, what is going on with that? Ketroc, I need answers. Did he take too much Adderall? Is the tank driver on meth? What's going on? Are they just excited? Yeah, look at them. They're getting hyped. They're hyping each other up. It's like, the two bros that are pushing each other. Like, all right, bro, you ready, bro? I'm super ready, bro.
Yeah. I think they're fighting over the affections of the medevac driver.
Boy. All right.
There's the Banshee.
Raven's about to pop, though.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually might get a kill, though. Nice.
Yeah. You want to kill it? We'll get some more there. Another one. Reasonable.
There it is.
All right. Yeah.
Nice. Nice lead up. 5 kills on that. 7 kills on that Banshee. He actually, I think he was targeting the ones that the Reaper wounded there.
Yeah, I think so.
The SCVs that the Reaper had previously poked.
Yeah, does clean it up, but that's quite a good one. I mean, Strelok does have a worker advantage.
That's
this point.
huge. That
Like
wasn't
a
here last game.
considerable one. Yeah, reasonable one.
Ooh,
Here
this
comes,
isn't gonna work, though.
but this becomes the issue is if you end up throwing good banshees or after bad, like the first one works, but if you then suicide 2 more, then it doesn't pay off.
Well, so he's not getting any more banshees, but he does have hyperflight rotors being researched, which is interesting, as well as a fusion core coming down. So maybe trying to get up to battle cruisers or something.
Could work.
Yeah, I guess this is anticipating him not losing those banshees and being able to get the speed. And if they're still alive and with speed, they're going to continue to be a great harassment unit as the game goes on. But Ketroc shut that down. So
yeah, now Ketroc here with that massive Viking advantage already is going to be able to get tanks into position, and they will start shelling down. Just one of them, but will take out that lead one, allowing to get further in position. The Vikings kind of pulled back, though. You got to get up there again. You're important. Go help. There we go.
Right, they're going to give some high ground vision. And
there
actually, he is in range, yeah.
Yeah.
So now, wow, big hits there for Ketroc. And Strelok's starting to crumble a little bit. The advantage he had.
Yeah, this could be a quick one.
Yeah, he's got all the workers he needs, but just not enough army.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. Yeah, just not keeping his units alive. Yeah, losing those 2 banshees. Imagine if those 2 banshees were here with Cloak. Wait, where's the Raven? Did he kill the Raven?
He may have sent it back because the cyclone damaged it a lot. I don't know if it died though.
Yeah. Okay. There now it's back.
There it is. Yeah, because I think
yeah.
he had to repair it because the cyclone did get a lot of hits on it.
Yeah, and imagine if he had the 2 Cloak Banshees here while the Raven gets sent back home.
Yeah.
He can clean up the tanks potentially. A lot of little things that could go differently, but Ketroc with just some solid play, some really good unit control, and with his tank and Viking composition, looks like he will take game number 2 and will move on in the upper bracket to face MicroMachine.
And but most importantly, awesome. Strelok did spell out auto turret in lead speak.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I missed that.
It's right there. The for you.
Oh, there. Oh, is that what the auto turret? Oh, look at that.
That's auto turret. Yeah.
That's awesome. He says so much stuff I can't keep up with it all. All right. Well, good. Nicely done. This is gonna be it for Strelok. He will get knocked down into the lower bracket. So while MicroMachine and Ketroc duke it out in the upper bracket, we're gonna have Strelok versus Spud. That should be another fun TVT. Next week, again, next week we will be diving into that lower bracket here. So make sure you all come back, bookmark it.
More knockouts next week, and
more
shaping up.
Scrap.
Shaping up with a strong upper bracket.
So who all we got? We've got Tier, we've got Eris,
MicroMachine, and now Ketroc.
Wow. That's a hell of a... So Tier won last season. Ketroc won the season before that. Didn't MicroMachine win the one before that, or was it Spiny?
Spiny won, which has become Eris, kind of, and then MicroMachine.
Before that. Yeah. So we've got, like literally our top 4 bots over the past 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Kind of. Eris, kind of an offshoot.
Eris is exactly. It's
the spirit of Spiny, but totally new approach and looking so strong with its late game. And good job, Ketroc. Well played, Strelok. And that is our series. GG, everybody. GG to all our bots tonight and to all our authors. That was some awesome stuff. Let's go ahead and do a one more Crown Club member shout out while we've got you all here. Make sure you check out our Crown Club. You get lots of cool perks, free artwork, access to post bots. We're going to have a fun show tomorrow night, so check it out in the Discord. But let's go ahead and run that member shout out real quick, and then we'll wrap things up here on ESChamp. This guy again. Do you see who it was? You didn't see who it was, did you?
I was typing.
It was Laddie.
Yeah,
we love Laddie. Laddie running things in the background.
Oh, goodness, it's that guy.
Yeah, that guy. He will hopefully be joining us tomorrow. He does join us a lot on Postbots from Down Under. And we've, of course, got Peter in the background running the show, keeping things looking smooth. And Drexama somehow keeping all of us corralled and on track and keeping things looking smooth. He does a great job. So give your love to him. Again, check out the Discord. Check out our Crown Club for all our extra content and all our cool little perks. You can do all the cool stuff in YouTube now. You can sub on YouTube. You got badges. You can super chat and super thank after the show and lots of YouTube things. That's YouTube's deal. You're smart. You'll all figure it out. But yeah, check out our Crown Club as well. You get no ads in our VOD afterwards. Ender Sword. Those were some great games, were they not?
They were quite good. We're getting better and better. Everyone's getting better.
When will it stop getting better? I feel I'm getting nervous that we're getting closer to the peak. It's just for season after season after season.
Can't stop once.
Can't stop. It's just so good. I can't take it. No, I can take it, and we will take it. Next week, we've got more action. Make sure you bookmark the YouTube page here. Check out our forum so you can stay up to date with what is going on here at ESChamp. And let's go ahead and take a look at our bracket one more time before we wrap things up. Again, next week, we're diving back into our lower bracket. We're going to have 4 more bots tossed into the scrap pile. So make sure you're all here. We've got 8 bots going at it. What are we looking at first, upper or lower bracket? Here is our lower bracket. This is next week's games. So again, make sure you're all here. Dominion Dog versus Jensiiibot. Nice little TVT. Additional Pylons versus SharpenedEdge, a little PvP.
Yep.
A bunch of mirror matchups. Spud getting the walkover. Antibot. Oh, wait. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Spud
right.
gets the wait. Yeah.
Spud will now play Strelok.
Wait, who does Spud play? Oh, yeah. I was like, wait, we already did that walkover. So, there it is. Spud versus Strelok will be game 3. And then Veteran versus Sharkbot, TVP, to wrap things up. This is going to be a pretty good week. It's always sad to see some bots go. Especially we've got some strong returning bots. It's nice to see additional Pylons again making such a nice comeback this season and doing pretty good, taking out Prism Beams. Took a game season. I'm sorry. He lost to Sharkbot in week 1. But anyway, it's great to have all these bots here. And then our upper bracket will be 2 weeks from now. Do we have that as well? Are we looking at that? Maybe.
I don't know.
Yes, we are. Again, we've got Tier versus Jensiiibot. This will be in 2 weeks' time. I'm sorry, Tier versus Eris. My mistake. In 2 weeks' time. In our upper bracket. And then
MicroMachine against Ketroc.
That is going to be a hell of a TVT.
Yeah.
And that will decide 2 of our top 4 bots for the final day, pretty much. Right? Yeah.
Well, indeed.
Yeah. So, oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Interesting couple of weeks coming up here, everybody. Again, make sure you check out the forum, bookmark whatever you got to bookmark. Hit the little bell icon on YouTube or however it works to get notified when we go live. We'll be here on ESChamp, same time, same place, next week on Thursday. That's all I got. I think we did it. I think we made it, Undersword.
I think we did.
Through another show. Thank you all for being here and watching these games with us. Again, big shout out to all of our authors this season. Some phenomenal games. I am so excited for next week and the weeks to come. Hopefully you'll be able to join us. Until then, have a good night, and we'll see you next time on ESChamp for Season 2 of ProBots.
Bye-bye.
Bye.